Let us begin. Continuing Act 6, Act 6, Intermission 5. 7-hour stream? No. No. If only because I would like to give some time for me not to be exhausted at the end of the comic. Because I would like to enjoy it. Do you plan on doing something for 413? I can definitely just do one page of this comic every single day until April 13th, and then we'll just finish it there. So, you know what? That's what we're going to do. Like, we'll just do one page a day, and we will, so after this next page, I'll end the stream. We can pick it up again tomorrow and do another page, and then by the time we get to April, we should be fine. Oh, okay, well, that was it, guys. That was the panel. The stream's over. We're donezo. There we go. Okay, well, I'll see you later. Bye. So, how do I end the stream over here? Okay, well, you know what? Maybe we can do 2 pages. Maybe we can do 2 pages. Like, I'm willing to bend a little bit. Why are we sticking home? Because it's Homestuck time, Pengu. Hello. Anti-speedrun equals bad. Yeah, it's a slow run. All right, let's keep it on here. Hello. I hope I don't sound like too much of a Dream Bubble novice, but now that we've remembered we're asleep, how do we wake up? Good question. I have no idea. I mean, not that I haven't had a wonderful time recording our stories with you both here, but maybe we should return to our friends soon. What if they need our help? Obviously, I have enjoyed your company more than I can say, but you're right. You cannot stay here forever. Your friends need you, so I will wake you up. Don't wake up, Jade. Do not wake up Jade at the moment. That would be great if Jade did not wake up. That would be bad. See, the fun thing about Homestuck, though, is that even after finishing the comic, the ride never ends. So I've been debating what I want to do, if I want to read the epilogues, how I would like to read them. If I do, I've heard some interesting opinions on the epilogues. Wait, you can do that? Aw, Callie's so cute. Wow, okay then, I guess that settles that, but before we go, I just want to say, in case we never get another chance to... What the... Huh? Something is happening. Well... That's probably not good. Very glowy. No, don't just fall, you can't fall. No, that's not the direction you need to levitate. Oh, this is really cool, actually. Oh, it's a nice little slip and slide now. Hello. Following the yellow brick road. Hi, strange world. You think we'll be able to finish Homestuck today? That's what we were debating, TDS. We'll see. Hussie's new project got a release date, and he also made a new Tumblr. Oh, cool. Very cool. Let's see. I know this place. Where are we? It's Echidna's lair, or my memory of it at least. Or possibly someone else's? What? Jane? Okay, so they managed to get Robo-Crocker nice and woken up, so that's good. But I am curious as to if this is Kanaya or Carcat's memory, if one of them's asleep, because they were going over to Echidna's lair, because Jade seemed to indicate that it might not be her Echidna's. But that's very interesting. Let's see. Huh. I have to read the URL, dclussy at dclussy.tumblr.com. It says, so I saw somebody say clown hussy, so I was like, wait. Hi, Jane. Welcome back. Abracafiddling dabra, you silly shoot nerds. My exceedingly strong work as the party's premier bodybuilding hacker is done. Off I go. Oh, poor Jane. Jane, you're awake. Roxy, you're alive. So are you. You were dead last time I saw you, and also before I found you sleeping here, but you're awake and also alive. Yeah, you were dead too but now you're... Oh God, Roxy, I'm so sorry. I wasn't thinking straight when... Please forgive me. Oh, Janie, you don't gotta worry about whatever sad incident that frowns about. That's all water under the bridge from a reality I got no recollection of and therefore don't matter at all. I mean, just because you don't remember this this reality still matters. It's still... We're playing fast and loose with, like, what does and doesn't matter in all these different contexts, but this reality here, so, okay, this reality's still kind of... Okay, here we go. At least Roxy's self-correcting. It's still kind of relevant because we are literally inside of it at the moment, but I'm new here. I came over here to be Roxy since the old one died or whatever through hecka debacles. That is quite the explanation. Jeez, I missed you. Oh, come here, you extravagant bitch. Wait, what? Let's see. Okay, Andrew, enjoy your lurk and not lurk. You don't understand what's going on? That's what happens when you come and see things 7,584 pages into an 8,100 page comic, Pengu. Don't worry, not understanding going on is par for the course in Homestuck, so you're good. Let's see. That huge pile doesn't stop from getting taller. Huh? The hug pile, not huge pile. The hug pile. There are more hugs, Rose. I can see the hugs. I don't understand the pile thing. Oh, don't you remember a funny quote from one of Dave's old comics? Yes, vaguely. It's been a long journey, John. I believe one of the most valuable lessons that comes with growing up is gaining the wisdom that gently informs you when it's time to retire a meme. Impossible. June isn't about retiring memes, guys. Memes do not deserve to be retired. Just want to say. I guess I never earned that handy badge or whatever. I like this, though. Every time someone wakes up or pops out of nowhere, it's fun times all over again. I feel like I should be playing Reunion Bingo. Who will be next? My money's on the long-awaited and insanely poignant reunion between me and Casey the Salamander. Surely you mean the Viceroy Bubbles von Salamancer, right? And instead of you mean me. That's when the real tears will flow. What do you think she's up to? He. No, she is my beautiful daughter. Something tells me the good Viceroy has been busy. Oh, wait, that's Rose Sprite. Oh? I sense he's been scheming, plotting, biding his time, accruing dark legions. And that sure is a thing that would be dumb if true. Yeah. Can I see Casey, please? Can I see Casey, please, for the comeback? All the Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff memes, they've all been retired. They're all dead. They're gone forever. Truly. They must be banished to the outer realms. Let's see. Hi, Nana. Jane, I mean. Sorry, it's an easy mistake to make because you're my Nana. Well, real smooth shit, John. Hello, a pleasure to meet you, John, or Pop-Up as I used to know you. Yeah, so I heard. You look so young. Thanks, so do you. My Nana, who used to be ashes on my fireplace, regained her old womanly visage when I turned her into a sprite, and she helped me along the way. So Nana is a sprite. Did you know that? No. I thought you should know that. She's probably around somewhere. I hope you can meet her. And also, I'm your son, technically. Did you know that? Yes, but it is a pretty strange fact, but it's also pretty cool. Yep. Ooh, Jane, that's my daughter there. Say hi to her. Hi. Hi, John's hot mom. Oh, shit. Even Rose isn't on it now. I love it so much. Everybody's got to hit on June's mom. It is required. It keeps happening. Also, that's another version of Rose who died and got buried in a stupid cat. I buried her for some reason in Prototype so say hi to my cool floaty double daughter. Oh, sorry, that was Roxy Doggy. So say hi to my cool floaty double daughter. Hi, Roxy's hot double daughter. Ah, Rose Prime, I believe you may have just been owned. God damn Dave's contagious ass Freudian bonus. These are the strangest, collection of people. I just want to say. You're supposed to be better than this, Rose? No, even Rose is subject to June's hot mom, as is everyone. Let's see. Hello, Echo. Greetings. Lalonde is just the French translation of Freud. Let's see. Wow, I feel so out of the loop. Sorry if I still seem disoriented from my nap, I suppose it was, or impromptu troll coma. Roxy, you have to clue me in on what happened here. Where are Dirk and Jake? And for that matter, John, where are your other friends? Oh, Jade, where is she? Is she still asleep? Hey, Janie, that is all, like, a lot of stuff to say, and everything going on here is fairly complicated and heavily peopled. Don't worry, I'll ease you into comprehending shit again. Well, okay, cliff notes are, Jake fucked off somewhere, and Dirk recently fucked off back here through a window, but he left again pretty quick. Dave went with Dirk at whatever they're fucking off to now. I think to get ready for some swords fighting. And yeah, Jade is still asleep, but a couple of trolls lugged her off somewhere for now. The rest of the junk I'm still sorting out myself, because, like I said, I'm new to this exact plane of shenanigans. Yes, you mentioned that. I still don't know what you meant by... Wait, you and John came from another reality where everything went horribly, right? Mm-hmm. I just remembered. Really, it's been such a roller coaster ride from my memory since I fell asleep. Your and John's travels were a critical part of the illustrated story we constructed through our memories with Callie. Wait! What? You saw Callie in your dreams? I did. Oh, man, how is she? I saw her in a dream just a little while ago. We talked about a lot of stuff. She looked like a troll then. Yes, her troll Sona. She had hers on when I saw her. And we had ours on, too. Oh, fuck! Let's see. She seemed to be doing well. Nervous, of course, since she was hiding, but we passed the time with our stories. It was a lot of fun. I'm so happy I got to meet her. I wonder if I'll ever get the chance again? There's a lot of talky-doos between everybody. Everybody, like, the grand reunion. Lalons are genetically hot. Striders are genetically full of Freudian slips. Oh my goodness. Hey, Tony Truo, welcome, welcome. Let's see. Oh my goodness. June is Jake and Jane's kid, of course, hot too. Let's see. Well, now that you mentioned it, is one of my chief objectives to go looking for her ASAP, and not to be that rogue and brag all heavy, but I may be in better touch with my void powers now, so maybe I got a pretty good chance of tracking her down, because I got something for her. You do? What? Just a little prezi, no big deal. Okay, I see. JK, it's a critical fucking bling, Janie. One priceless digit donut with more carrots than a rabbit, too fat for a hole. Some magic do. Wow, so you mean a ring then? Yeah, oh man, that's a great idea, Roxy. You should try and give it to her as soon as you can. Then maybe we can all meet up with her before we ramp up for this battle? Yeah, you think I can do it? Sure. I like your chances too. Same. Me too, Roxy! I also have some experience helping people along in the right direction when it comes to navigating the abyss. Maybe I could assist? Yeah, maybe. I'm pretty sure I have experience performing literally the exact same task in a slightly different context, so maybe I can double assist? See, Roxy, everyone thinks you should do it because they all believe in you. That's right. Aw, shucks, fuckers. Y'all killing me here. Meow, I'm so happy. I love Jasper Sprite. I will always love Jasper Sprite. Friglish, you silly bastard, what's up? Purr. I need an actual cat on hand to purr for Jasper Sprite. All the humans being so close together and happy and friendly, purr, purr, purr. It's making me really excited and happy too, and make me feel like I want to be a part of everything. Purr, purr, and get really close to a nearby person and be happy with them with my No, that's probably a bad idea, Jasper Sprite. Jaspers, what are you? I can't help it, Rose. I want to cuddle. I'm feeling so pleased and friendly. Jaspers, no, don't. Ooh, this is probably a bad idea. If I had to guess, if I had to make a possible guess, this was probably a very bad idea. Digit Donut, you love Roxy? Same. So, what happens when you put two sprites together? Probably nothing good. A possible guess. Yeah, okay. This is not going to go well. Jaspers, no. Furry fusion. Ha! Why do you look more like an eldritch horror than a cat person? I don't understand. I will always love Jasper Sprite. Top 10 images taken moments before disaster. You right, though. Oh my goodness. Hello. Jaspro Sprite squared. Meow meow, motherfuckers. Oh my god, what a good line to enter with. Oh my god, I love it. Oh, we're so close to the end. They're still introducing new characters. They are. They really are. Meow meow, motherfuckers. Why is everything always so wonderful? This is a dream for Roxy, truly. Well, they didn't need Rose Sprite because they already had Rose Prime, so they had to. The only logical solution is to throw Oh God, what's gonna happen with oh no! I don't want to even think about what's gonna happen with the last prototyping that we have. What terrifying mishmash of personalities could possibly happen? Oh God, I don't even want to think about it. Half Eldritch, half Princess, half Cat, half Rose. 4 halves. Oh my God. Alpha Rose is now dying inside. It's fine. This is fine. It's totally fine. It has tentacles because Jasper was double prototyped. It was Jasper's in the Princess Cthulhu doll. You're right, though. Oh, okay. Well, that's all the time we spend. Hello. Welcome back, Jade. Oh, wait. That was Red Callie. So this must be alternate Calliope, then? Yeah. Welcome back, Jade. Doesn't even use the quirk. Well, no, there were no U's there, so we're fine. Hello? Very spooky. Okay. You've got the whole creep factor down, Callie. You've got the whole creep factor down. Oh God, you have like, instead of the white eyes, they're all black. Come towards me. Hi, it's good to see you again. You are kind to believe that. How long has it been? There is no way to measure. I mean, like, that's very rude for you to ask, Jade. Like, she's a muse of space, not a lord of time, dipshit. Gotta ask her brother if you want to know how long it's been. Let's see. It's Calty time. Who? Oh, boy. Oh, yeah, she would have taken Caliborn's use just like he took her use. Oh, that's very fair, though. And it is red like Caliborn's blood. You're totally right. She should have asked how far it's been instead. Exactly. Jade, could you wait over here? I will return in a moment. Sure. You just gonna go do spacey things? You okay there? Not all Callie? Wand? What? Oh, okay. We just dispelling the whole, Oh, okay. We just gonna dispel the entire illusion. Sometimes your alternate ghost self just has to talk to you about stuff. Yeah. No, that's fair. And so this is just the default cherub eyes, I guess. Hello. I've been searching for you. So you have. And I've been waiting. What will it be? Pardon, I don't... Forgive my faltering, Miss Calliope. I don't know what to do. Am I supposed to ask you something? No, but you may if you wish. In that case, Jay told me that you enjoy telling stories like me. Is that true? I used to. Long ago, I would tell stories to myself for the sake of amusement. Now I only tell them to others when it serves a purpose. Is there a story you would like to hear? Possibly. There's so much to wonder. Why are you here? I mean, in the lair of Echidna. This is where I was killed. Big grimace. Big grimace. Would you like to hear that story? Every time I say Calliope, you'll cringe a bit. I mean, it's literally based on the way that it was described in the comic. So, that's why I switched it to that. My death was the very end, of course. When telling a story of the end, where does one begin? At the true beginning, or one of the many points between disguised as such? In a story of the end, which events preceding the final moment itself shall be considered extraneous. For me, none were, and for you, all are. It simply depends for how long you're willing to listen, and for how long you have. How long do I have? Now that you're here, not long at all. Oh, well, I want to listen to as much as possible in whatever amount of time I have, if you please. From the true beginning, then, and moving swiftly, I began the same as you, vulnerable, weak, but without the comfort of others, to whom those flaws would endear me. So I became strong and killed my brother. I wore him down, I ate his soul. I dressed my words in his blood to hear victory every time I spoke. I consumed his strength, too. It was always in me, just as yours was in him. But being strong was not enough. Wait, stop being creepy? Who's being creepy? Who's being creepy? Or she was altering her name to fit into the 6-6, and that was just how she decided to do it. That's possible. Yeah, I'm not too hung up on pronunciations. Like it's possible it could be the other one for quote unquote canon. But oh, she's just slightly creepy. What's wrong? Like all Callie's fine. All Callie's fine. She's not creepy. She's just very tired. She's just very tired. A dead session is an impossible time challenge. The planets detonate sooner and sooner, one by one. It is a trial designed to be unwinnable. A muse of space could never solve it, but a lord of time could, with relentless perseverance. It could only be him. My brother. Yes. I was never meant to rise to the place he holds because the game was rigged, tilted in favor of his aspect. Having gained immortality, I could sit forever in a spent dead session. Or I could seek counsel with the mother of monsters, and that is why you stand in my memory of her lair. So I'm guessing Callie's choice, based on this information, I'm sure she's about to tell us, but if I had to guess, her choice given to her by Echidna was you can either waste away in your dead session happily and just wait for the end, or Echidna will kill her so that she can be of use to this version. So, I mean, you pronounce Fefida as Neperi. I mean, that's just the correct pronunciation. Because, I mean, okay, to be fair, if I guess it's a bit of a double standard. If I were to mispronounce purposefully the name of every character whose name got spoiled, I wouldn't be able to use any of the trolls' names. Chat. I wonder why that is. Yep. Okay, so I'm guessing that Echidna died, and Echidna killed her. Her choice was simple, and I accepted. She mercifully ended my life then and there. Less mercifully is what came in exchange. My soul would have to wait here for what felt like a very, very long time. Wait for what? You. Echidna told me that your visit would be my signal, an indication that the furthest ring around me had uncoiled itself momentarily, enough to be navigable. It would mean it was time for me to go and fulfill the rest of my promise to her. So that is what I will do. Thank you for the hydrate. The point is, there's no way I can butcher the names as much as Rev. I'm just giving Chad a hard time. Like, I have great love for, like, everybody who's been in this journey with me. And to be honest, most of, like, the minor spoilers haven't been too bad. Like, let's be real. Rev calls Kanaya Kanye? Oh no. So serious, and yet I'm over here reading about Kanye Kanaya. Let's see. I see them. What about me? What do you mean? I was under the impression I needed to find you, and apparently that was true, so that you can leave. You know, I thought this encounter might hold some purpose for me, that you might let me know how I fit into everything from this moment onward. Your only relevance here and to the greater good was to function as my signal. A simple notification, as foretold by Echidna. Now that you are here, I can go. Yikes. But then, what should I do? You don't need to do anything. Be who you've become and who I didn't. Consume the fruits of an existence I could never understand. Live. Whew. 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 I actually I actually have chills. Yeah, like, I actually have, like, a lot of chills. And honestly, like, though Callie has been looking for meaning with regards to the game her entire life, like, if Callie can go to the new universe that's going to be created by this session and live a happy life, that's honestly the greatest gift that she can receive as a cherub. Yeah, this was a fantastically framed like conversation. Oh my goodness. You don't matter. Go draw some fanfiction or something. Okay, bye. I gotta go be important. Oh my goodness. Well, but this is like a parallel, right, to the two Vriskas. In a lot of ways, maybe not direct. I think that it's not just Vriska. I think Vriska is probably one of the greatest examples of the struggle between happiness and living and relevancy. So I think it's very interesting to see. I'm going to take a wild guess and say that the next conversation, they could do Dirk and Dave, but I think the conversation between the two Vriskas, which seems to be upcoming based on what we saw last stream, would be a really good thing to do after this. What do we know about Alkali at this point? Very little, honestly. She killed Caliborn, lived in dream bubbles, got killed by Echidna, has to go do stuff. That's pretty much it, I think. You can go and be happy, Callie. You can be with the friends that you always wanted to see. You don't have to be the hero of this story. Aww. See, Roxy is not even fazed by your cherub appearance. Look. It's so sweet. Come on, be happy. Callie's back. Hello. Aw, they're so cute. Aw, so wholesome and sweet. Look at how happy Callie is. Look at that smile. Look at that sweet smile we have in a live Callie. Aw, we're not reviving Eridan? Sorry, missed the bus. The Scottish voice will never return. Ooh, we have a flash. We have a flash. Snake noises. Cool. Hello. Okay, Snake Road. Oh, I guess I was wrong earlier about thinking that it was going to be Kanaya and Karkat's memory of that of Echidna's cave. But nice parallel over here. Here we go. This is Toby making his natural reptilian sounds. Yeah, no, these are beautiful. This is a beautiful panel, honestly. Oh, this is lovely. Okay. Pressing on. So you actually understood what she was saying with that ear-splitting malarkey? Yes. Wow, I guess we really did send the right person then. Plus one useless tag-along, I guess to bear witness or something, and probably record the legendary conversation like a scribe with his benchwarmer's pen into the hollowed scroll of the second banana. What? Except I didn't bring my pen or my scroll, and I don't speak monster screaming, so my transcript would read more like, more shrill noises like God playing the edge of the glass inside your think pan. Maryam continues to nod along. We talked about you. What? You did? Wait, what did she say? It was a short conversation. The entire exchange was quite brief and straightforward, actually. No, I kind of got that. Even though I don't have a keen ear for beast twaddle, I can still detect when a conversation doesn't last for much time. I mean, oh my god, my voice. Did she say what she wanted with me? What she wants me to do? You don't have to do anything. And she didn't want anything with you in particular. She just wanted you here. Okay, well, here I am, Queen Snake. Satisfied? Yes, she is, apparently. Then what did you talk about when my name came up? Now is probably not the right time to get too deep into the subject, but it was nothing bad. To the contrary, really. Okay, then what about you? Why did she want to see you, Kanaya? Can you at least tell me something about this maddening exchange? The bottom line is that the meeting has served its purpose and Echidna is satisfied. She will release the frog when the time comes. I think Vriska was basically right and did nothing wrong. She wanted to get a look at us, to assess our worthiness, before she would agree to authorize the conception of another universe. It would seem that we measured up once our questions were answered. So I like this, actually. Like, I'm going to get to the... Actually, let me get to the end of the panel before I talk about this. What questions? those pertaining to how her universe would be treated once occupied, and whether we intended to take that responsibility seriously. So this is actually kind of along the lines of thought that I was thinking. By following through with the duties we have fundamentally tasked ourselves with by our natural inclinations. I mean us specifically. You and I. Duties? Natural inclinations? What the fuck is she talking about? Natural inclinations, I think, just means some idea that is important to us that has threaded its way through every moment and decision of our lives, even when not apparent. The refrain of our being, maybe you could call it. A thing that attracts and inspires us and simultaneously weighs on us so heavily we are never sure what to do. For me, it is procreation, I believe. And so does she, fighting for the persistence of our people. I guess you could say, motherhood? What about me, then? I think that is for you to say. I'm not sure what it is, really. If I'm hearing you right, worthiness of inheriting this universe hinges on whether I can live up to what my shit is about, so to speak. But I don't know what my shit is about. I'd really like to know, actually, considering it sounds like you just touched on the subject with her, even if only briefly. Then it sounds like a conversation I would have really benefited from understanding. Really, if there was only one clangorous creature screed I would have liked to have been able to parse over my lifetime, this was probably it. Oh my goodness, Carcat, please. Please. You forget how long of a section this intermission is? I mean, it's fairly long. Let's see. This conversation is actually really good. The reason why I think this is interesting is because, and I don't know, this might be a bad, this might be a bad interpretation, and I might get a more, like, filled out idea later. But Carcat had this obsession with being the leader, in Act 5. And he kind of still does in Act 6, but not really. And especially post-Retcon, like, he's frustrated that Vriska's taken up the leadership role. And he's clearly, like, frustrated by it. But, like, it's still... He showed himself to be a really good emotional leader, in pre-Retcon. With the way that he would encourage Terezi, the way that he would try to do things. And I'm just... What I'm hoping is that this is a second evaluation for Carcat and Kanaya to say, like, hey, yeah, you have actually grown since the time when you tried to make your when you had tried to make your universe before and you botched it up. But you've actually grown, and I judge you worthy because you've become your better selves. But maybe I'm reading too much into it. I think that Carcat got a lot of really good experience being what he is, which is, like, I think Knight of Blood. So, like, defender of relationships. He's still a manlet, but he's grown in his heart. Exactly. Carcat's a good leader. He's just a very bad troll. He is a very bad troll, at least according to traditional troll society post-Scratch. I love Carcat so much. He's such a precious being. So you really don't even have the slightest sense of what you stand for, some concept that speaks to you in some way or represents ideals important to you? I don't know. Blood? Blood. No, not blood. I mean, not really. Maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what that means or why I said it, except that's the easy answer just because it's my fucking aspect. Well, it's a topic I can get behind. Do you have any? What, you mean aside from a shitload of the stuff I carry around in my veins all the time? No, sorry. Oh. Please don't look at my body like that while drooling. Whoops. But really, I don't have a clue what my aspect means, or if it even has any substantive correlation with my shit per whatever echidna was going on about. Honestly, though, when we started playing the game and learning all about the aspect stuff and who was what, I got so excited when I found out about mine. I was like, what? Blood? Fuck yeah, that's me. That's so badass. I'm badass. So yeah, that checks out. And even though the thing was about being a badass, it was bullshit, it still just felt right. And I think it still does. That's nice. I think it can only be positive to feel a deep affinity for one's aspect, better than being at odds with it. I never felt like I had much to do with space until eventually I somehow came to understand space meant more than just space. Like, not just the physical, a physical room and dimension for stars to occupy. It's deeper than that. A field related to propagation. The ones who create it, they are passing a torch, as it were. Yeah, at first I thought blood just meant, like, something about being a warrior or being completely ruthless to anyone standing in the way of victory. But as more time passed, I realized that there was probably a lot more to it, and I still don't understand. Maybe I never will. But you know, even though I don't have those immature views on being a big shot anymore, I still want to fight. You do? Yeah! I mean, not any old time like some belligerent asshole, but when everything is on the line and when it really matters, like now. So maybe I wasn't too far off on that part of my aspect. Maybe it does have something to do with, like, the warrior spirit shit, even if your body and skills can't quite back that up. Could be. It could also be that there's more to being a warrior than engaging in physical combat. That's true. That's very true. And Karkat has shown that as being one of the weaker trolls, but has honestly really helped people keep their shit together. Let's see. For a very specific definition of bad troll, exactly. Like, I love this so much. I love Karkat so much. Your best friend's aspect is blood, so for you, that's the best aspect of all. Aww. You were trying to watch the stream, but your connection is so bad it won't let you see it at less than 1080p. That is a shame. I'm really bummed that we don't get transcoding at all times. Like, let's see. But seriously, I still want to help make a difference in this battle somehow. I know you do. Look, I completely admit I'm shit. I'm the shit they reserve for the smelliest toilet when it comes to a fighting ability. Thank you so much for the follow, Zephyr Green. That is a beautiful name, Zephyr Green. Look, and all that smack talk between me and Vriska about my usefulness, that wasn't even just some snappy little farce where we all ride Karkat's crotch bando for a lively chuckle. It was just some basic boilerplate inner location that was exactly on the fucking level. I'm not a god tier, but you know what? Neither are you and neither is Terezi. But you're both great and deadly as shit. It's no excuse. I've never been any good, and it took me a long time to come to terms how deluded I was about that. The only reason we ended up winning our game was that everyone else was able to pick up the slack for me. Pretty much all I did was spend a few weeks shouting at everybody. I never told anyone this, but even when I beat my Denizen, I'm pretty sure that's only because I got the one reserved for the weakest players. Like a special one. You know there's that supposedly rare one that only really strong players get? It has some weird fucking name. I'm pretty sure mine was like that, but just for the opposite. Really, I never said anything about this because it was so embarrassing. But when I got to him, he was weirdly small. Just like really small. He mumbles his choice shit, of which of course I completely ignore, and he seems to know I will. I can hear it in his voice. He knows I won't care. He can sense my contempt. He can sense how small and pitiful I feel. And because he's like all-knowing and shit, he's factored this in. On some level, I think I understood all this, and it just made me furious. So I killed him. And it was too easy. Even for me, it was easy. I remember thinking, what the fuck, after the final blow. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that I got the training Denizen ever since, and it was just a matter of admitting it to myself. Actually, as dumb as it sounds, I think I'm still not comfortable with people knowing that fact. It still feels humiliating. Would you mind not telling anyone, Kanaya? I'll stay quiet. But yeah, my utterly tragic laments attribute notwithstanding, I'd still like to contribute. I know it won't count for much. I might even get in the way of somebody competent. But it matters to me to put everything on the line for all the right reasons this time. Not to prove I'm strong or awesome or anything. The opposite, really. To put myself out there knowing perfectly well that I'm not. I feel like I have to earn the right to inherit this universe like everybody else. Not just get dragged into it on the loose fabric of everyone's fucking pajamas. It also feels important to just, I don't know, stand there with my friends. They're risking their lives, and they may be more supernaturally resilient or whatever, but hey, I should be risking mine too. To at least show that I'm there with them. And who knows, maybe a moment will present itself where I can do something important, like nudge somebody out of the way of a random flaming fuckball just in time, or maybe some other small thing actually within my ability. Maybe I'll die in the process of saving somebody more crucial to victory. If that's what it takes to be a part of this, then so be it, I'm in. And that's why you're our leader, Karkat. I'm not your fucking leader! Statements like that are also why you're our leader. No, I don't accept that. You have to. What? Why? No, I don't. We are just established this back on the pad. I'm not a leader anymore. End of story. That isn't what Echidna said. Confused Karkat noises? Confused Karkat noises? Let's go. Increasingly confused Karkat noises? Karkat best leader, I agree. Let's see. If the kids' browsers are their Denizens, if that logic existed in your world, your Denizen would be Opera. Mine would be Chrome. Let's see. Abraxas is a Gnostic figure like Yaldabaoth, so every other Denizen we've heard about is Greco-Roman. Oh, I see, and so that's why they think of it as like the bookend spectrum for like assuming it. Okay, got you. Interesting. Let's see. It was part of the deal. What deal? The choice she gave me. It was straightforward, like I said. Also, look at this sweet bean. Seeing us was mostly a formality. She was perfectly willing to release the frog, but there was one small thing I had to agree to first. What? To protect you. In addition to living up to things I supposedly stand for as well. The resurrection of our people. But once I did that, she made it clear they'd need guidance. She didn't seem happy with the idea of her universe being stricken with another race of lost trolls. Maybe she feels you are the best chance we'd have at preventing that. Are you fucking joking? Not at the moment. These denizens are so full of surprises, aren't they? Okay, cool, whatever you say, Echidna. It's probably a load of shit, but a deal's a deal. At least protecting me should be a pretty easy promise to live up to, right? I'd hope so. She's gonna knock him out. That's the only way. Karkat just basically said he'd be willing to have a hero's death, which means that the only way Kanaya can keep him from trying to save his friends is by knocking him on his ass. Also, my boy Karkat, destined... Yes, yeah, Karkat confirmed best leader for the trolls, confirmed by Denizen. Karkat is going to be, much like his ancestor before him, a spiritual and emotional leader for the trolls to come. My boy Karkat. Let's see. She's gonna knock him on his ass, isn't she? Sure it is! Well, when I head out to battle, all you have to do is stick near me and do your best to provide me cover. I think as long as you're giving your best effort, you're technically keeping your end of the bargain. That would be one way of handling... Yeah, she's not letting him go out to the fight. Great, it's settled in. Now let's get get out of the stuffy cave and get psyched for battle. Man, this is gonna be great. I can't wait to dust the old sickle off. Which one to use, though? Home smell you later? Probably lacking in combat stats, but it's hard to say no to a classic. This way, Kanaya. Don't worry, I'll meet you out there. Well... time for our boy to get bopped. Once it's all over. Huh? Bonk. Oof. And just to prove how not resilient Karkat is this all that he needs in order to get knocked out? A tiny little bonk? Just a little horny bonk? Just boop. Horny bonk? I love it when omnipotent snakes designate our leaders for us. That's how we should honestly, like, how all the world governments should work. Good old bonk. Can I be strong? Indeed. KO'd. Pat's pat. Pleasant dreams, friend. If you can hear me in your dreams. You probably can't. Aw, buddy. Well, we're back over here. This is oh, Callie's here. Kanaya's a vampire, though, and presumably has increased strength. I guess that's fair. Okay, the stronger evidence to me is just the fact that she like one hand's a chainsaw, and I can get behind that. She left him under running lava? Did she really? Oh, you're not wrong. This is Things are fine. It's fine. Lava doesn't actually go down. It's fine. Bonk, bonk, breakheads. They're back. At last, an end to this dreadful lull in our recent social patterns. Oh God, how do I combine Jaspers and Rose? Okay, I'm trying. Okay, here we go. We can do it. Anyone up for some cooked crab? We don't talk. No, there is no bad history with lava because that didn't happen. Okay, that didn't happen, remember? See. What, lol? You've been talking nonstop since you were created. See. You see, Roxy, we all knew you could find her, especially me. Not to boast, but my faith in your ability to retrieve the cherub wasn't just some saccharine friendly nonsense, like it was for pretty much everyone else here. It was established in what is now a highly focused understanding of my aspect, as well as these radically magnified feline instincts. Yes, good point. It's true that a feline instinct does in no empirical way contribute to one's acuity. Fair enough, but they really make it feel like my intuition has more credibility than it really deserves. And to the cat portion of my being, that is good enough. Holy shit, I'm legitimately pleased with myself right now. Is this her, Roxy? Of course this is her. Hello, you beautiful creature. Sometimes you like to imagine Jaspros, but just has a deep voice. Guys, can somebody ping Corpse and have Corpse voice Jaspro sprite, please? Like, that would be simple enough. Hey, Sins, welcome to the strangest comic on Earth. That pillow is doing work. That's true. Rose is bonking. Oh. Roxy, she's an absolute treasure. The skull, absolutely exquisite. So smooth to the touch and full of luster. So macabre, so sublimely exsanguinous. Quite the fetching artifact to keep propped up on such a smartly dressed pair of shoulders. Could you maybe stop pawing at her? It's creepy. The suit's spectacular. Tailored yourself. I gather you have no idea what a burning desire I have to get hair on it, but don't worry, I won't. Oh my god, her eyes. Perfect glass, like a priceless doll's. Tis a special friend you pulled from the dead, Roxy. Thank you for sharing this gift with us. Chip. Roxy is, she looks so happy here. Look at Rose in the background. It's like, ah! Play that video of the cat with the deep meow. Oh my god. This is beautiful. You'd absolutely voice act for Chess Pros. Yo, this is amazing. I kind of love her. You there, John's hot mom. It wasn't a Freudian slip this time. I said it deliberately. Kill me. We phantasmal kitty folk don't have much use for our disguising the thoughts we think to be true in our minds, nor do we bother with the veiled attraction to that which we find sexually appealing. Meow. And even Jane's surprised. These ideas I'm having, they're so interesting. Whenever this frame of reference has been all my life, color me glad I'm dead. John's hot mom, did you know you killed me? No, not the cat I mean. You were twice culpable in a way. The murdered weapon was in your custody and bequeathed to you roundaboutly by yourself as an aged, ghostly granny woman. The plummet of the gut-crushing tone was the last thing I ever witnessed. Of course, the old woman herself was murdered by the accursed thing too, so who could harmly blame her for pulling a full few strings here and there that it might find another victim? When a bedeviled joke opus is taken with certain individuals, it can be difficult to wrest them away from its favor. Morale, look at me boring you with all this elementary tome trivia everyone already knows. What is this, the kitten corner? The fact is, John's hot mom, one time you and your cornball book made a pussy pancake out of me. Look at June. June is also like, I suppose Roxy had a hand in it too, technically, though it seems Mom had it in her blood to do well-intended harm to the poor critter I used to be. It's okay, though, because she makes up for it by being, with the best funerals. They are a treat, even with the halves each of my halves received one. I remember you so clearly in that desert as the life drained away and I muddled through the shabby last words of a raffish amateur. I clearly remember, in spite of what a hackneyed showing it was, that I still have the presence of mind to be overwhelmed by a sense of how much you cared, and that gives me such warm emotion right now, it makes me want to poof up a little with friendliness. But these aren't the only memories of death I have, or the memories of life I had, for you see, I've had many. Squaring these sprites, it's a marvelous thing. It really opens you up. The cells become curiously multidimensional, concentrated. I recall the lives of many roses lost, and many Jaspers, maybe even more than 9. Not that any of that matters now that each chase their own laser pointers to their respective futilities, and now I am all that's left of them. Nor does it matter that the task at hand for which we must prepare, does it, Hot Mom Crocker? What? For the battle ahead, we're still on healing duty. Didn't anyone tell you that yet? No? The game plan is simple. You jumpstart the cadavers while I scoot you around. Now, how's that sound, Cookie Tits? Does it tickle your toe beans? Also, Cookie Tits. Oh my god, Cookie Tits. Yo, everybody else is like, oh. Even Terezi's like, oh. Well, that settles it. Plan of action secured. Maybe it's time for you both to go away now. It very well could be. Farewell, transitorily. Oh my god. You're so mad you missed the June's hot mom conversation. This is pretty wild, guys. I wasn't expecting the Cookie Tits. Chip. Hello, Kanaya. Funny meeting you here in this cave. That is to say the place I knew you into and skidded here in order to find you. Rose, dear God, what happened? Yeah, imagine, you, pop over, and then you see your primo waifu girlfriend turned into a eldritch cat monster ghost. I know she probably knows that it's not the Rose that she knows, but, this is still a Rose that she could know, you knows? So, this is probably something that is a little bit odd to Kanaya, if I had to guess. That's goals, to be honest. There's a fanfic for that. Oh god. Oh no. Rose, dear God, what happened? What hasn't happened? We've been through a lot, haven't we? All of us. Reality itself, really, reality has been through so much, and it puts people through so much simultaneously. Like the two of us. Reality has put one version or another of you through so many things with another version or another of me. It's all been so sweet and stupid and silly, hasn't it? You'd agree if you could remember. But after I watched your molecules come apart as I lay there dying in the great big neon-skied litter box, there was one thing it occurred to me I never had a chance to say to you. No, that's a very violent nuzzle, but I'll accept it. More nuzzling, I accept it. Oh, that's fair, actually. That's fair. I think H.P. Lovecraft? Ooh, heinous stuck. Who wouldn't want an Eldritch Catwife? You right, though. You right, though. And then they fused Jasper's Kanaya spray. Oh, God, that would be terrifying. No. You know how once Jasper said if you love someone, he'd have to brush his cheek up? Aww. Oh, that's a good callback. I did not even think about that, Soleil. That's a really good callback. Aww. Let's see. Oh, God. No, I don't want to deal with this conversation currently. I don't want to deal with this conversation. That's true. It'd still only be squared because you're not moving up in order, like, you're not moving up exponentially. So it would be actually squared plus in if you were to just keep prototyping. You'd have to actually pre-fuse the sprite, I think, and then do it. Not really. You know, I'm not getting into Homestuck math. That sounds like a stupid, terrible idea for me to get into. We're moving on with the comic. Let's see. Dave and Dirk, surely this is where the party's at, couple of cool cucumbers like you. See, Dirk knows what's up with those party pants. I called them the cat's pajamas, as the phrase didn't literally describe my ensemble. Yeah, Dave and Dirk are both like, Eep, feels like someone just dunked me into a chilly tub. Earth to Strider Bros, does it look like I'm in the mood for a fucking bath? So, this is it. The big reunion comes down to this then. A lot of awkward sitting around while we all gaze at my father's pretty legs. Boring. I'm a sprite to the second power. Yet what do I find sitting here on this ancient skyscraper? None other than the true squares of the party. Wonk. Pounce. Well, that was an awkward conversation. Yeah, adding more sprites to move up the power. Well, this is fun. Whatever you do, don't touch Tavros. Don't touch Tavros and we'll be fine. Also, Jake, you're very much hiding. You're very much hiding. Surprise, Jade's unintelligent father, and greetings, for it is I, a brand new entity for which you are not familiar, and that bull troll sprite, I guess. And oh hey, the last unprototyped kernel. That's sure a tantalizing tidbit worth acknowledging if I ever ogled one. Like a stray toy some idiot chased under the fridge. Yeah, can we not have this thing touch people? I would really prefer it. I would really prefer it to not do that. I would Everyone, can you just stay slightly away? Also, I do like the fact that like this sprite is radiating more power. Like literally, there's animation here to indicate that it has been, you know, it is to the second power. Let's see. This smile is not particularly this. Is flashing both sprites colors every other ring? Oh, did I miss that with Tavros sprite? Oh, you mean literally on this. Yeah, I got you, Voido. I misunderstood what you meant. No, that makes sense. Okay, looks like you're both really boring too. Sorry to barge in on your weak time. Sniff you later. Whoop. So was that just a way of like showing, was that just a narrative way of showing us where everybody is currently? Cat brains indeed. So it just occurred to me. No. I saw the spare green sprite and it's like this little blinking light on the Ghostbuster traps reminding us that it's all an empty vessel in need of a lost soul. What? No, wait, no, time out. Ridiculous Cat Rose, I have stood by silently agog at your shenanigans, but I can't let that flagrant piece of misinformation go by unchallenged. No? That's not how ghost traps work. The light blinks after they catch a ghost. Of course that's what June is preoccupied with. Absolutely. Oh, really? Yes, and I just wanted to clear that up before you carry on with more of your silly nonsense. Anyway, please continue. Thanks, Professor Nerd. I'm feeling a lot more knowledgeable about a fake thing now. Now, about that sprite, which one of you here was concerned with the resurrection of fallen friends? Was it you? It was you, wasn't it? Poor Terezi. Wait, that feeling when Terezi is the one who gets sniffed. How does it feel? How does it feel, Terezi, to be the one who is sniffed? Let's see. Regardless, you're the only one left on the lily pad with any vested interest in whatever deceased member of those particularly legume exhibits which gets to rejoin us. And if my tally is correct, that's 4 torsos but 1 kernel. Vriska said that the kernel was supposed to be for our potential resurrection purposes, and so was yours. Vriska, who's this now? No, can't say the name. Clinks a water bowl. In fact, it sounds very suspiciously like the name of someone who probably scampered off, leaving exactly this kind of moral dilemma to those of us who stayed put. So who's it gonna be? A princely young wizard who wrought science through a wand? Yo, everybody, let's just let's just go through this and let's see who they would prefer to get revived here by the Colonel Spray. Or a fishy young princess who never spoke once to Lalonde. What about the other guy, the one thought half dead only? Or the girl who liked ships because they made her less lonely? Meowsers, what a mystery. People want Eridan to come back? Yeah, who should get revived? Exactly, that's what I'm going. We're going to do poll. We're going to do a poll. Who should get revived? Not who does get revived, but who would you most like to be revived? So we have Eridan, Feferi, Solix, and Nepeta. Let's go. Wait, content does not meet guidelines? Wait, what? Why not? Why does content not meet the guidelines? Huh. Who should get revived? Eridan, Feferi, Solix, Nepeta. Nep? Maybe? I'll do maybe Nepeta? It was literally Nepeta for some reason. I have no idea why. But it's now Nep. So... Caliborn runs Twitch, clearly. So we have 1 minute. Please post your opinions. I know who I'm voting for. Who would I want to revive? I voted for Nep. I love my girl Nepeta. Nepeta canceled by Jeff Bezos, confirmed. Let's see. Go back and revive AR. The hot take from Spicy Club. The poll is one side. Oh god, Nep is getting super voted for. That's fair. Solix would hate being revived. I'm surprised we didn't have more votes for Fef, honestly. Just put the mayor in the sprite to be safe? Yikes. We only have a few seconds left for the voting. See, Nep. So the most popular troll to be revived is in fact Neperi. Wait, not Neperi, that's the fusion. Nepeta. So it is Nepeta. So Hussie should have been on the poll. So it's fine. Let's see who actually gets revived. But oh Jesus, terrifying. Can you not do that? Jaspro sprite, please no. No, stop it with the Cheshire Cat shit. I don't want to watch that again. Okay, we're going to watch it again. There we go. But seriously, that's all for me tonight, folks. I've sincerely adored hogging all of your attention, and you've been wonderful. Trills into the night. Yeah, big Cheshire Cat. Yeah, she's just going to bring Nepeta back, isn't she? Yeah, no, okay, that's fair. Because cat, right? Because cat. You know, cat begets cat, and so this is cat. When you have a cat squared and then you ask, can I have more cat? Cat squared says, I get cat back. There we go. This has been slam poetry. Oh, God forbid that I exist. Okay. Wow, 10 path options. Wait a minute, you click and click, but nothing happens. This path selection screen seems to be broken. Oh, thank God. It looks like free will got greedy and overloaded this thing with choice, rendering the graphic up there completely useless, except, as you guess, as a cool rollover thing. For the first time ever in the over 9,000 page history of this website, you begin to feel slightly deceived. Oh, how you would have loved to taste the fruit of free will one last time before this wild ride jerks our bodies to a deadly stop. Alas, it is not meant to be. You must proceed through all the options linearly, one by one. You click the link below as usual. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. I didn't want to have free will. Oh, thank God. Free will sounded lame. Free will sounded lame. I didn't want free will. But let's see. Jasper's just horny 24/7. Yikes. Let's see. So we have Dirk and Dave. We have the lily pad squad. Don't like this. Definitely don't like that. We have Roxy and Callie. We have more lily pad squad. We have just Roxy. We have people. We wait, and then we go back over here, and then we have more things that I don't want to deal with. Oh no, actually they're fine. This is the one I don't want to deal with. If you look at the page itself without scrolling over the choices, you can see the MSPA reader. Oh, you can, like down in the depths. Oh, good call out. The purple moon and sun is Jasper's. Ooh, that makes sense because they combine the thing. Gotcha. Okay, well, let's go. You have the most awkward conversation. So that was pretty fucking weird, huh? Yeah. That was your sister? Sort of, but I guess she fused with her dead cat or something. Dead cat? The bottom line is we both turned our back for 2 seconds and a shenanigan happened. Pretty much business as usual. At least that's how it rolls for us. I don't know about you guys here. No, yeah, that's pretty much true here too. Yeah? I turned my back once. Never again. What happened? A muscular troll took my sprite, then I acquiesced into merging him with my jackass pair of sunglasses. Oh, right, that guy. Yeah. This is a dude bro conversation. I'm waiting to see how deep the feelings get. Let's see. Oh wait, will Dirk just continue to do that for a while? Yo, Insa, I'm surprised you weren't following already. You've been all over everything, but thank you for the follow. Get ready for walls of text? Yeah, I'm expecting. Awkward. So indeed. So is pretty much the only thing we're saying. That's our conjunction of choice, it seems. Fuck. This is such an awkward conversation. This is it, the home stretch. Signed, Madeline. Just small little note before you get into conversations. I've actually been playing a lot of Celeste mods in my free time lately. Let's see. I guess you all pretty much showed up then. Yeah, pretty much. Like, before I even got back. After the werewolf girl appeared and... Wait, what happened with that? It's like a whole story, man, mostly involving Vriska. Vriska? If you knew her, you know that's all I had to say. You'd be like, oh, it's a Vriska thing. Okay, I got it. Forget I asked. She brought you here too, actually. Then jumped her ass in that window to go do whatever crazy bullshit she thinks needs getting done. Oh, right. Her. Then, I guess stuff in this session is pretty much sorted out finally. Maybe. And we're about to do battle. Seems like it. Oh, are we ready for that? Kind of. Carcat made some drawings, so... Are you ready? I guess I've got, like, a sword and shit. Cool. Me too. Yeah, I know. Mine's not that good. That's too bad. What type of sword? It's Welsh. I mean, possibly fake Welsh. I'm not sure. Well, mine's good. I know. It's Japanese. For real? No, I don't know. Probably fake Japanese. Fake Japanese. Kind of like... how all anime probably takes place in some kind of fake Japanese universe. Something like that. That's cool. Tough getting a sword from a place like that. Yeah. Ooh. This is amazing. You get bored by this conversation even though you know the main reason why the conversation is the way that it is. I'm loving this so far. It's the right perfect storm of awkward currently for them to work on their issues. Mainly because I've had conversations that are this awkward before. Fake Japanese sweet tomorrow would feel offended. That's fair. Dave is definitely not ready. You know, maybe you know, if Dirk trained with Dave would be more ready, and that wouldn't be traumatizing at all. Like, definitely not. So when are we supposed to fight? God, I hope soon. That's all we get for now. That's all we get for now until we get over here. That's actually kind of funny. That's way more funny that we get that here. And that makes this entire, like, future vision all the better. I love it. Hover over it again. Ooh, nifty. I can actually see the panels now. That's a nice touch. Thank you for telling me that, Verdreller. That's amazing. All right, continuing on. Okay, now that that little episode seems to be over, Roxy, maybe you can introduce us to your friend for real this time. Rose, I think you come out from under your pillow now. No! So, like, the hilarious Cheshire Cat Rose already pointed out, this is my friend from the dead, Callie, and she's super pretty. Aww. I love this affirmation that Callie is super pretty because Callie is sweet little cherub baby who is anxious about her looks, and Roxy is reaffirming that Callie doesn't have to hide behind her trollsona, which I really like. I love it so much. She was my web friend online for a long time, and Jane's too. Jane, you just saw her over here, but she's alive again and everything. Hi, so good to see you again. Yes, likewise, Jane. And without your trollsona, no less. This is your true form, I presume? I think Roxy and the enthusiastic cat girl are correct. Your natural appearance is quite handsome. Oh, gosh, I'm sorry. I don't know how to reply to such remarks. Maybe it's because I can't bring myself to agree, no matter how nice it is for you to say so. I hear you. Taking compliments can be kind of hard sometimes. Like, it's just a weird if it's a weird subject for you, we can lay off. Callie, you're surrounded by ass kissers. You should allow me to lick your face so I can make an objective determination. Damn it, Terezi. Terezi. Oh. Listen to Spicy and hover over all the choices every time we return? Yeah, absolutely. It's the only way we'll know for sure. Though if I'm being honest, you smell pretty ugly from where I'm standing. Oh God, rude. Oh my God, you are terrible. Please, John, I did not mean that in an unflattering way. I think having a skull for a head is pretty sick. If given the choice, I might rock the look myself. But I wouldn't stand for a bunch of cloying weenies sitting around calling me pretty. If that's how people reacted, what would even be the point of looking like a badass skull girl in the first place? Okay, I guess that is your opinion on that then. Thanks for sharing, Terezi. Don't listen to her, Callie. She's a weirdo. In some ways, she's right. That's true. I guess Callie can either be cute or a badass, or both because of alternate realities. So there we go. Terezi is the biggest brain here. Terezi is a very, very big brain. So anyway, regardless of how you feel about yourself or whatever thing a rude troll may have to say, I think you're very cute. Even though you look a lot like your terrible brother, the fact that you are nice inside makes a huge difference. I think that you're a really good person deep down instead of that... When you're a good person deep down instead of an evil jerk, the skull monster look becomes a lot more charming. Wow, thank you. You met my brother? Yeah, he's garbage. I'm really sorry you had to grow up with him. Me too. I roughed him up a bit though, and it's all good. Ripped up his cape pretty good too. He has a cape now. Not anymore. Look at how happy Callie looks. Hey, look, there it is. Nice. What? The ring. I helped you track it down. I helped track it down through time for Roxy so she could give it to you. It's so cool to see that it works. Yes, I feel so much more substantial now. You must be a really good friend to her for her to want to bring you back so much. Yes, she's a good friend, as good a friend as I could ever hope for. But since you helped, I suppose I owe you just as much gratitude, don't I? Nah, not really. I had to save the ring anyway, and it just seemed like the right thing to do, giving it to her since she was so worried about you. It should be a nice thing that is between her and you. I'm just the middleman. Okay. Anyway, it's really nice to meet the person who finally gets to wear the highly touted ghost ring. It probably means you're pretty special to end up with him. What do you think you'll be able to do with your life now that you're alive and free from your jerko bro? Oh, wow. I hadn't thought about it. The idea is overwhelming, really. Well, don't sweat it. You have a lot of time to figure it out. That's kind of the point of life, right? To take a lot of time floundering about, figuring stuff out. The answer will come to you eventually, and you should just try to have fun. Yo, let's see. June is super nice, and like this is a good conversation to reaffirm that Callie can just live, and sometimes that's like all we can ever do, just live. Like relevancy. Apart from Vriska, it just kind of happens to the people that it happens to. I love this so much. And I just want Callie to be a sweet, happy cherub. Yo, Troll Grouch. John is so nice. Oh, it's fucking me up. I know. It's disgusting. That's kind of funny. Wait, is this like... Is this... This interaction is amazing. There's so much subtext in this interaction. I love it so much. It's so good. I don't know why. This like 3-liner has got me cracking up, and I don't know why. It's just there's a lot of good subtext there. Excuse me, Callie. What happened after I woke up? We were all following that mysterious path. Did you and Jade discover where that led? Let's see. Yes, I met my other self. Oh, so you found her then? Indeed, or more likely, the timing in the furthest ring was right. Perhaps she sensed me in some way and untangled a path through the darkness. In other words, it feels as though I was summoned rather than being the one to find her. She also seems tremendously powerful. She is quite frightening. Frightening? Not that I think she is dangerous or has ill intent. My impression was very much to the contrary. Still, while speaking to her, I can't remember ever feeling so nervous. Not even my brother made me feel that way. Her demeanor was so severe and chilling and so unlike mine, I think. Maybe that's why you felt weird, seeing a version of you that wasn't like you at all? Maybe. So what happened? Not much. My presence essentially freed her from that place, according to a pact she made with Echidna. She and Jade then left to do... I don't know, and that's when Roxy found me. So, you were only there to release her. Are you sure there isn't something important for you to do now that you're alive and with us? I doubt it. For one thing, I have virtually no useful abilities. I don't mean to badger you. I'm just wondering how you fit into all this. Getting to wear a one-of-a-kind ring and returning to join a group about to wage a pivotal battle. That strikes me as the profile of someone meant to do something important. What do you think you'll do? I think Rose is leaning too far into... Light players, man. Light players. Just wanted to say light players. They got this whole relevancy shtick they gotta go. You were about to say that? Yeah, like this is such a light player conversation from everything that I've seen. What about light players? They're always looking for how things fit into things and how they're relevant. Yeah, as somebody who like literally got light player on the extended thing, and I actually think light fits me pretty well. Light players, nothing wrong with it. It's just funny. So remember how Callie represents Homestuck fans? Putting that in conjunction with the whole live concept is really sweet. I agree, actually, Blue Glass. I agree a lot. Let's see. Maybe it doesn't have to work like that, though. What if those are just some facts about her which let her come back to life, but they don't have to mean anything other than that? Like anything having to do with some huge fancy thing. I guess so. First, Dave tells me human beings don't have arcs, and now you're telling me that the culmination of an epic doesn't require a messianic archetype to return from the dead, thereby providing the key to everyone's salvation. I wonder what sturdy and time-tested narrative construct Jade is going to debunk when she wakes up. Maybe she'll lay waste to the notion of endgame ships. Carcat won't be happy about that. So, I didn't mention this, I think, when it happened. This whole thing about Dave saying that human beings don't have arcs, while I have literally uttered that statement before, for some reason there was a way about the way that Dave said it that pissed me off. Not because in the narrative it makes sense from the character's perspective, but it feels like Hussie's trying to say something about storytelling that I just don't really super agree with. But that's not a big deal. Because real human beings literally, they have arcs, but they're mini arcs. And and it's not well structured like a story is. You know what I mean? Like, You're a human being with an arc, so you don't know. Yeah, like that's the thing. Like, if you're a human being, yeah. So like, I kind of agree with the statement in a way, but I mostly disagree with it. You took that as a more specific joke? That's possible. It could have just been a joke, and not a commentary on like storytelling and everything. So, let's see. You just like light and you also like airs? Yo, that works. That works. Let's see. Oh, I almost clicked off before we were done. Huh? Okay, I don't know the stuff that you're going on about there, but I just don't think she should feel like she has to do anything she doesn't want to do. I think the truth is I just won't be doing much of anything. My other self told me as much. Her advice was to just live and exist as a version of us for whom that is an actual possibility. She's the one who'll be doing more important things. How so? She didn't say. Isn't that just how it always is with old selves? So cryptic. Hey guys, it's been cool having all of y'all meet Callie and such, but do you think I could have a moment alone? Got some stuff I want to talk about. Okay, there we go. Aw, and everybody's over. Ooh! They went and they moved away. They moved even further away. Guys, you have to have a conversation, guys. You have to have a conversation, my boys. Please. Yeah, the other options also change all the time. Yeah, I like that. I see that now. That's pretty cool. That's really cool. I don't want to be here. End of stream. End of stream. I don't want to be here anymore. I don't look forward to whatever's about to happen. I don't look forward to whatever's about to happen. There's nothing good that can come of this. Nothing good can come of this. I don't want to. No. All right, let's do it. This whole Vriska in parentheses thing, is this to, I guess, designate dead Vriska as opposed to alive Vriska? I guess it's easy enough. What's the worst that could happen? Yeah. You know, I've got to say, I've really turned around on horses. What? Horses. I used to hate them, remember? I've developed this weird superstition about them, about how they're cursed or something, and when they're around, they can only lead to bad things happening. Don't you remember how I was going on and on about that a while at the amusement park? Oh. Guess so. But we've been hanging around them for a while now, and everything's been fine. More than fine, actually. So, yeah, the horses are okay in my book. What do you think, Mina? About what? Horses. They okay. Kinda dumb and smelly. Making, like, fucked up sounds with their big ass snouts and floppy lips. Yeah, reminds me of the weird sounds that used to come from the neighbor's hive at weird hours of the night. The fuck? Don't even ask, because I don't know. Mina looks very uncomfortable in all this. Mina looks very uncomfortable. Equius was her neighbor, yeah. That's kind of funny. Oh. So enough about stupid animals whose presence have no rational explanation anyway. What do you want to do today? Today? Yeah. There is no today. You know what I mean. Within the ambiguous time frame that would loosely correlate with a single rotation of a planet. Any ideas? Nah. Come on, we can't spend all of our days hanging out in this idyllic, bizarrely paletted cliffscape with all these stinking idiot quadrupeds. We should go out exploring some more bubbles. We explored an awful lot already. Ain't they sort of all the same by now? I mean, roughly speaking, yeah, but they're all arbitrary memory collages, I guess. But there's always something new to see every time. Whose ridiculous memory will we visit next? Like some nutty version of Kanaya who became a god tier in some totally ludicrous version of our session? Or maybe a version of John, who never even played the game at all. Maybe he went outside to look for the game and his fatherly Lucis backed over him with his car. What about your friends? They're always fun. Like Nipida's ancestor. The deaf one? She's a riot. Plus she has a fascinatingly dark history with which her memories always seem to hint at. Or Eridan's douchier clone. I know you have a great time whenever you get the chance to own him. So, what do you say? I don't know. But you seem kind of bored. If you're bored, doesn't it make sense to go out and try to have fun? Not really. But why? Because it doesn't sound that fun. It just sounds like the same shit as always. Like exactly these dreams. Dreams? They are dream bubbles after all. Yeah, but I don't. Dreams are like a crazy fantasy ride full of fake shit that make no sense. It's a great time in theory, and I guess when you're younger, it's fun. Maybe you even look forward to sleeping to see what the great Mr. Sandclam has in store for you next. But after sweeps and sweeps of dreaming, you get used to it. It's just the same bogus crap your stupid brain is shuffling up and serving you again and again. So you stop paying attention and just ride out your sleep, then get back to business in the real world like a legit person with cool plans. Huh. I don't think I ever had the same experience, honestly. Sounds like kind of a bummer to look at the dreaming like that. I always liked dreaming. I mean, unless they were awful dreams, which was fairly often. But I'd never say I got bored of them. Yeah, well, you are a bit younger than me. I am. Yeah, I guess so. I never thought about it. Then again, we fuchsia ladies, we sort of have to get used to being around people younger than us over our full lives. Like, much younger. Or at least I'd have to if I was actually alive. Yeah, I guess you're right about that, too. That's pretty fucked up to think about, actually. Lad, if you were alive, you'd have to be dealing with existing nearly forever. Almost as fucked up as the fact that you have to exist nearly forever while dead, too. Yeah, that's not great. Oh, that's probably not great for this conversation. Like, immortality's a bitch. Who? Mina's counting how long she's been alive in the dream bubbles. Yeah, like that's kind of terrifying, honestly. Like, because they've been alive for a very long time. Let's see. Hey. Are you okay? Yep. You seem really down. No, I'm cool. Are you sure? Man, maybe not. Don't matter. What's wrong? Nothing. Ugh, you know you can talk to me, right? Yeah. So tell me. I don't know what's wrong. I'd tell you if I knew. Are you depressed? Shrug. It sounds to me like you may be depressed about something, or just in general. I don't know. Damn, Fishka. Hey, it's okay to be depressed. I think that just because you're dead, that doesn't necessarily let you off the hook from having psychological problems. I'm pretty sure I proved that to myself on more than one occasion already. Yeah, so talk to me. Maybe I can help. Alright, yeah. So what's the big deal? This is... I don't wanna. Mina. What? I'm not good at, talking about me. That's all you ever talk about. No, I mean in a non-aggrandizing way. Oh. And a live Vriska is here. Here we go. Yeah, this is going to be painful, I imagine. Sorry if I'm interrupting, whatever the fuck is going on here, but I'm afraid I'm gonna need that treasure. Okay, easy, painless. We'll never revisit this conversation ever again. And it'll be fine. Like, no. Look at them already fighting. That's actually kind of funny. They're over there talking. They're talking about Callie in the ring. These guys are just chilling like bros. Everything's fine. Being immortal has never sounded great to me. Dying does not sound great to me, though, so it's kind of like a catch-22, so, well, fuck me, right? Let's see. Hey, I hope you don't mind I pulled you off to the side like this, away from the nice pals for a little one-on-one rocks and Cal time. I might be greedy as shit. Let's see, yeah, we never need to go back to that. Everything will turn out just fine. Sure, exactly. I'm sure that nothing painful will happen in the conversation. I don't mind at all. I'm still getting used to the concept of in-person socialization as well. At all, let alone with you, so many people. But yes, you may be greedy, but if so, then so am I by the exact same standard. Fuck, yes, just like a couple of friendship burglars picking each other's pockets, all shifty-eyed and looking out for cops. But also giggling, I guess, because that's in the spirit of the scenario in question. Yes. I can't believe you're really here. It hardly seems real. After all these years, and how you were just like a mystery friend online, and how worried I was we might lose you for good, but now... Wow. I know. So you and Jane and Jade were hanging out? Yes, it was great. We drew and told stories. I heard you died, so I was holding out some hope that you would show up too, and you did eventually. Just not the version of you I expected. I never dared to think you would bring me this gift. Well, I swore I would, and John kinda double swore he would help. Damn, that kid is persistent. I like him. He's easy to talk to. Yeah, they like June! I'm so happy! I'm so happy. I've read about him, of course. The reality of someone standing in front of you is quite different from what you read about them in a text. But I have no idea how accurate anything I read is anymore. I always believed I was in possession of the text which decoded your future, and I behaved towards all of you in a sly and knowing manner, avoiding spoilers and such. That was probably presumptuous of me, though, in hindsight. I clearly didn't know that much. I certainly didn't read anything about my involvement. I could never have imagined being here. You were still helpful, though. You were the force in our lives that gave us hope that we could all get together someday. Going down that road has been crazy and by no means a smooth ride. I'm losing count of all the times it looked like everything was about to break or catch fire, or actually did break and catch fire, resulting in loads of dismay. But when you look back, every time things went to shit, there was always something constructive about that turn of events. Something that was necessary for the good outcome to happen at all. So whenever something stupid happens, like some a-hole gets a bonehead idea to steal a ring and then everybody dies horribly, and at the time you think you're just going to curl up and cry yourself into weepy non-existence, maybe those aren't even bad realities? Maybe they are as important as any. And so are all the experiences that you had in them. And so are the experiences of everyone who died because you don't just get to say your experiences are more important or significant just because you happen to be someone who survived longer. I guess what I'm saying is, I'm grateful you let me go on this adventure, and not even in spite of the hardship it involved. I just had a little time to think about it in the Firefly Nothing space, and I think all of it was good. Aww. I like Roxy's take on, like, everybody's experiences mattering, especially because, like, as we've seen time and time again, these different versions of people really are just different people. You know what I mean? Like, they have the same face, sometimes. They might have some shared experiences, but they're all just people in a lot of time. So, yeah. Validating all the non-relevant characters. Exactly. And Callie thinking back how she used to know everything, or used to think she knew everything, reminds you of Jade. Yeah, getting big feels about that revelation from Jade as well, Spicy Club. I'm happy I could play such a role in your lives. I don't know if I deserve much credit for these positive revelations about your journey, though. You are the one who's been on the adventure. I've barely taken my first step. I spent all my life in my room and then every moment in the afterlife cowering in fear. It's only now that true participation is even a possibility. But even so, I really doubt I'll have much to offer. My other self, who I just released, I think she's poised to do something much more significant. What do you think she'll do? I have no clue. But she told you to live, right? Yes. By which I can only assume she meant, yo, live it up, girl! Like, go shopping or something? Or rocket down the highway in a convertible with cash flying out the back? That is not the sort of sentiment I can imagine coming from her under any circumstances, but yes, maybe something to the effect of encouraging me to enjoy my existence as communicated by a more typical, truly asocial member of my species. Really, what I took from it was, she is the real one, with all the power and relevance now, and I am the spare. A civilian in a sense, like in a war. And the only use for civilians from a militaristic mindset are as those who live their lives in whatever completely irrelevant way they choose to. They are the collateral at stake, the ones for whom the war is theoretically fought, but whose lifestyles, choices, and happiness and such hold no concern whatsoever for those fighting on their behalf. This, I think, is the mindset of cherubs of her alignment. As protectors, it is the relationship they have with those who they protect. And so that is probably the relationship she believes she has with me. You make it sound like she's the legit Callie and you're the afterthought, like the one from the funky reality that didn't go right. Yeah. Poor Callie stuck at home. Yeah, this is a big oof as far as like this idea that just because they quite frankly don't have to, like, they don't have this like grand destiny decided by Sky, that they're not relevant. I like that it's tackling this idea of relevance versus just existing, when in actuality, like, everybody just kind of exists. You know what I mean? It's also very, very opposed to, like, Rose's idea of, like, everybody having, like, character arcs and stuff. I don't know. I just find this entire dialogue to be very, very intriguing. Thalion needs to get together with the mayor as the party therapy mascots. Technically, her timeline was doomed by her predomination alone. Even so, yes, it does feel as though my reality was the oddity. Chaps were never supposed to grow up like me, exposed to other caring people and learning from them. It made me different and unfit to predominate. Yet, ironically, this was a requisite for the timeline's success, and it was necessary for you all to begin your journey as well. So this seems like an example of what I was just saying, actually. The story of two Callies, neither is really more important, and your timelines can't be described as the good one or the bad one. There were good and bad things about both ways stuff went down, and different qualities to the people you became. Her life sounds like it was harsh and lonely in its own way, but it sort of paid off because she got to meet her brother, but then Art got arbitrarily punished for that outcome because it wasn't supposed to happen, and then you finally meet her and free her of something she presumably gets to go off and do something badass. And then there's you, who probably an even more challenging upbringing, getting so hassled by your bro, and he killed you, I guess, because that's the way the deck was shuffled and he had the edge this time. But the opposite was you got to have all these great friends who cared about you, and it helped you become the nice person you are, who means a lot to other people. And now you get to live whatever kind of life you want and be completely free from all the crummy stuff you grew up with. Who cares if you aren't as strong as her or don't have the wicked power she does or some important mission to do? You both came from perfectly legitimate realities, and in my opinion, you're both equally valuable. And both those realities seem to be tied together. She can't do her mysterious badass thing unless you make it all the way through your journey and free her. And your reality was the thing setting the stage for this huge multiversal vortex of problems, which after a cajillion fucking epochs, she was meant to resolve in some way. And that doesn't mean your life was like a means to an end in a big cosmic sense. I think it's more like you are the end, or one of the ends. You and me and everyone who made it and everyone who didn't. So that means you don't have to be able to do a lot of the super special shit to validate your identity as the real version of yourself. The only validation you need is being who you are, because no one can be that person but you. God damn, Roxy, preach! Who? Roxy is my favorite character in Homestuck. Roxy is my favorite character in Homestuck. I love her so much. Oh my god, confirmed. This conversation has solidly... Oh my gosh. And it really undoes a lot of the discourse, right? Like, Roxy here undoes so much discourse about, like, what it means to be relevant in a story. Especially in this story where it seems like it's discarding copies of people left and right with very little, like, relevancy. I like that Roxy's undoing it. And yes, from the beginning, we had this idea of, like, doomed timelines, right? Where these doomed timelines, it's like, oh yeah, if you don't do it just right, or if you don't make mistakes in the right way, suddenly you don't matter anymore. And Roxy's saying, no, you dumbasses, you are all important to what needs to happen. Like, just live. Sometimes all you have to do is just live, in whatever that form that takes for you. She's stealing the meaninglessness. You right, though. She's stealing the void. The void in the narrative that people believe that they have. The meaninglessness. Oh. Those are very inspiring things to hear, Roxy. I hope you're right, but even so, I would still like to be useful. You can be. You can help me out. How? I know you aren't God tier or anything, probably because... or probably never did much to get in touch with your aspect, but maybe that doesn't matter. You are space, right? Yes, a muse of space. Sounds cool. It is cool, I think, especially having seen what I could have been. No, but that potential has to be inside you somewhere. Actually, it's one reason why I wanted you to be here with me for a while. Aside from catching up a bit, what do you need me to do? Nothing, really. Just be here with me while I try this. I don't know why, but I feel like your presence will help. And if nothing else, I just like having you here. Makes me feel better about trying to focus on this weird little chore. But you think my aspect is relevant? Maybe. I think space is related to this in some abstract way I can't put my finger on. I gotta make this egg, see? But it isn't really just an egg. It's like this hella complicated egg in both its biological design and everything it represents for the future of an entire civilization. And I don't have the genetic or chemical or molecular blueprints for it or anything. I just have to figure it out using just thought. Like ideas. Ideas are really that are really basic and live in this primordial sort of quasi-consciousness. So I have to build the idea of this egg in some way before I do anything. Which means trying to grasp its reality and what it represents. It's like a funky little construct of biological propagation, and I think that intersects with the nature of space. At least as we have come to understand it, the propagation of space is really just some profound cosmological feat of reproduction. That is a literal biological process, right? Also, I like that Roxy is talking in these terms because it's really easy to forget that Roxy is a scientist in another life. And that she likes science, and she starts talking about like these biological like processes and reproduction, and you can really see that like shine through here in this conversation. I like it a lot. Pretty much. So to make this egg as a rogue of void, what I'm really doing here is something kind of insane. You yourself told me once how I'd be able to do this crazy shit. I did. And I'll be like probing nothingness for an idea, a pretty complicated idea in this case, and pulling that idea from unreality. So maybe if I'm right, in closer connection to the nature of space will help me locate the idea, almost like standing next to an antenna to boost the signal of the idea. Then maybe my chances will be better. And hey, even if not, it's just nice to have a friend nearby while you try to do something hard. Aww. This is so sweet. Let's see. Homestuck does that a lot, where you think it's trying to lead you in a certain way, and then it turns around and directly contradicts that. I think that, and I think it should, like, responsibly, in a lot of ways. I very much believe in that, like, storytelling should make an attempt to make the world a better place. Whether it does that through an expression of tragedy, or comedy, or something in between, or something that transcends those traditional narrative structures, I think that the judge of a good work, not a quality, like, a well-constructed work, but a good work, is the way in which it improves the world. Which people can have different opinions about that. Even the first Doom timeline we see ever was important for the Alpha timeline. That's true. Yeah, that's where Dave Sprite came up. Yeah, I love that so much. Like, this has been a theme, and it really shows, like, how it's really easy when you're, like, in the thick of it to misunderstand things. You know? It's really easy, like, even as characters in the story, to misunderstand things until, like, you get some perspective. Let's see, Calliope. Oh, Callie is Roxy's muse. Literally a muse of space for Roxy. Oh, that's actually interesting. Let's see. Oh, wow, we have gone a long way. Whoa, wait, Dirk's going over to Dave. Let's go, let's go, let's go. This conversation has gotten pretty wild. Okay, June and Teresa are talking about Kismesis. Okay. Mina's thinking about swimming. They're just chilling. Let's see how this goes. Yep, that is accurate, Vordreller. See. What do you think they're talking about over there? I suspect Roxy just wanted some time to catch up with an old friend. I'm sure I would want the same if I hadn't just had an extensive reunion with her myself. Aw, it's so nice to see, like, Jane not evil. Yeah, I guess we should just chill out and give them a moment. It isn't quite time to head out to our battle stations yet, so we might as well try to relax until it is. I imagine it's a lot easier to relax when another version of yourself has been hijacked by your dead cat. Yeah, it probably is. Maybe you should try to not let her bug you, Rose. She seems harmless enough, plus she's pretty funny. Sounds suspiciously like the advice of someone who's never had to deal with an outlandish alternate version of himself. Hey, I've bumped into plenty of other Johns a few times. Can't say the experience has been anything other than perfectly agreeable. You mean Johns that were essentially time duplicates in the course of your Retcon quest? Yes. Those don't count. Those were just regular Johns. What I'm saying is you never had to deal with the John who was like half Harry Anderson and half Maplehoof, the dearly departed pony. Wow, that sounds great. Now to think of it, you're the only one of us who hasn't. I mean, of our original group of friends. Dave had Bird Dave, Jade had Dog Jade, and now I have, Cat Rose. Why were you let off the hook? I don't know. Guess you guys are just luckier than me. Even putting aside the wildly unwelcome body horror slapstick routine she represents, and the machine gun salvo of atrocious remarks and conduct which my cat is apparently capable of releasing into my from my subconscious, I'm not sure where this leaves me. What do you mean? I felt like I understood my place. I'd gotten myself in order somewhat. My, beverage decisions had gotten more reasonable. I was ready to bear down and play my part in finishing this. I could even handle a stray Rose sprite brought back to my doorstep by a sweet imbecile of a pet. Idiotic though that was, I was clearly Rose Prime. But can I really claim that now? She's a sprite squared? How is that even a thing? Can somebody even tell me how that's even a thing? That's true. I mean, I guess it's a new rule that they added, like, pretty, like, late into the comic. But hey, these things happen. Let's see. We need Rabbit now. June has rabbits. Oh gosh, Bunny June, let's go. Let's go. I can't tell you how it's even a thing. I think we're all just as flabbergasted as you at its thinginess. What's next? Is there a sprite cubed, or let's not even entertain this avenue of thought. The point is, she must be quite powerful and insightful, and in spite of the beast she rents headspace out to, intelligent as well. Doesn't she arguably have more claim to being the real Rose than I do? I don't think being the real Rose necessarily means being the one who's more outgoing and chatty and powerful and stuff. I'm not sure it means anything. I think maybe we should try to drop the stuff about who's the real version of who anyway. It's weird and it just hurts people's feelings. I don't care if my feelings are hurt though. I just want to know where I stand. I really don't think she is that threatening to you. Believe me, you still seem like the Rose I always knew, whereas she doesn't quite. It seems to me that she's a lot more interested in having fun and zipping around like a silly lunatic than usurping you as the main Rose. Sure, that's what she wants you to think. Yeah, but why do you care? I heard the other Rose say, before she was a cat, that she liked the idea of being some sort of backup Rose. Do you not feel that way too? That was a different context. I probably would have felt the same way if I had found myself in her situation. Jasperose changes everything, though. Now I feel a certain responsibility, like I have to really step up. Step up? Yes, to make sure I stay regarded as the exemplary model, to provide assurance that the concept of roseness itself doesn't degrade due to the black market peddlers of substandard shit. Basically, I need to defend the integrity of the brand. Oh my god. What? Nothing, I just missed you so much. Yo, I need some Rose branded players over here. I need some hot, like, Rose T2000s to, like, come up and, like, we can sell them on the black market. Let's see. Such a Rose thing to say. Very much so. You feel like a light player's sense of relevance also depends on the class? I mean, I guess that's fair. Last time that June and Rose got to talk really was back when Rose went grimdark. Oh god, that was so long ago. Jeez. My brand missed you too, John. Your brand has a good taste in friends and kicks ass. Nerds. Hey, how do you think Kanai and Karkat are doing? They're probably getting a stern earful of roiling monster patoy right now. Do you think they'll be successful? At what? At talking to a monster? I don't know. I think Karkat will successfully fail to understand the monster and possibly also successfully shout at the monster. I think Kanaya, I think, will probably successfully do something sensible so in response to whatever the monster demands. So you think they're going to pull it off then? I'm still not sure what it is, but yes. Well, the idea was to release the frog, I think. You think so? That's what Vriska said. Vriska says a lot of things. That's the basic idea, yes. But monsters can be complicated. Regardless, I think the right person was summoned to handle it. You really trust Kanaya, don't you? Sure. Not to change the subject too hard into something maybe you don't want to talk about because of your brand, but I think you make a nice couple. You do. Yes, I thought so the last time I was hanging out with you both in a screwed up timeline. But I didn't say anything then, and I still think it's true. Or I think it's still true. I'm glad I didn't change it when I retconned some things. I am too. Maybe that means it's a strong relationship. Maybe if it can survive, God, whatever the hell happened, a hard 3-year reboot and then the sudden presence of Vriska? When you put it that way, it really does sound like you were trying to fuck us up. Nerds. You're not Homestuck person? Oh, yo, Remus. Hello, welcome. I'm glad you're stopping by, even if you're not a Homestuck person. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Yeah, big nerds. It also might depend on whether there's an embarrassing, revealing alternate version spouting off. Oh, that's fair for like how much the light player cares about relevancy. Very fair. Let's see. Terezi, shush. 1. I've just been minding my own business and in no way whatsoever saying anything directed at a couple of silly nerds saying dorky things. No, you said nerds twice. You always say nerds in earshot of other people who are just being friendly. Isn't it weird how you're making this observation and no one else is? What? No. Meaning maybe I only say it when the pair of nerds in earshot happens to include you. That's flirting. That's flirting. That's flirting. That's flirting. That's very flirtatious. That's very flirtatious. Terezi sounds like Caliborn now? Maybe, but in a much more flirty way. Oh, she gave him a spades look. She gave her a spades look. Oh, what was that look? What look? That look you just gave me. I didn't give you a look, dingus. Yes, you did. Don't look at me like that. Whatever you think I gave you, it was in your imagination. It is possible you may be flattering yourself, Egbert. Oh, whatever. Why are you even still doing here? Weren't you going with Dave and getting ready for the battle? Yes. I'm just giving him and his bro some time to themselves first. I'm sure they could use it, and whatever the hell is going on between them. Last thing I want to do is involve myself. That sounds even more awkward than lingering around a bunch of goofy nerds being all cute and mushy with your human family and friendship stuff. She's blind, June? Okay, oh wait, that's fair though. That's fair though. It might not have been a look. It might not have been a look. Hey, you sure do sound put off by it, all hanging on our every word and such. It takes a will of iron, trust me. Uh-huh. But yeah, I actually do agree. It does sound pretty awkward to get around Dave and his bro while they get to know each other, I guess. Yep. I'm not sure how well Dave really even knew his old bro, actually. Aside from bogusly idolizing him in a way that was really transparent that he didn't. I wonder how different Dirk is from him, if at all. I wouldn't be the one to ask. What do you think, Rose? I don't think there's anyone who could answer that. I suspect literally no one in the history of anywhere has ever met both people. Until, as of now, Dave himself. I hope Dave's okay. A will of iron? Is this iron perchance in the fire? Get out! Ban Echo! Quickly ban Echo! Echo is too powerful. Thinking about Roxy. Let's see, Roxy's met both, right? So yeah, like Roxy's the only other person who's met both. So let's see. Oh, Roxy's making progress. Mina's thinking about making cash. They're still talking about them. Whoa, ooh, making progress. Oh, both Bro and Dirk. Oh yeah, you're right though. I was thinking Dave and Dirk. But no, that doesn't make sense. There's plenty of characters that have met both of them. We're halfway. We're definitely gonna reach the end today. We'll see. That would imply that everything happens after this. And it goes pretty quick. Oops, I kind of skipped over the GIF there. There we go. Oh. Whoa. Okay, you doing it, Roxy. Okay, less than great imagery, but we'll take it. Lots of signs, actually. Let's see. And there's the matriarch. I'm guessing this is all like the blood tier that Kanaya is, if that makes sense. Yeah, and these are extended zodiac signs. That makes sense. There we go, the matriorb. Here we go. Nani? Nani? Yes, hell yes, let's go. Do egg. Let's go, egg. Roxy did it. I'm so proud of her. You can't, don't just fly away like that. Oh god, oh god. No, Jasper Rose is back. Flying away. Yeah, Mina does not care about whatever this conversation is. I think Mina just wants to go off and adventure again. And there's Jasper Rose there. Dave's just chatting to somebody on Carcat's computer. It's fine. No, it was Kurlaws, wasn't it? Yeah, it was 2 Kurlawses, right? Or was that Kurlaw? No, yeah, 2 Kurlawses. We're fine. No Gamzee in there. No Gamzee in there. It's fine. All right. Let's go catch up with this. Generic clown. It's me again. Cat sound, stretch. Ugh. Miss me, Rose? Did you know that I love you? What a weird thing for me to say to you and you to hear, probably. I inherited this adoration our cat had for you, which now strangely is directed with the same intensity at myself because I'm you. Got my voice. Funnily enough, this manifests itself in a particularly acute form of narcissism, which is something we already were sort of afflicted by. So was our cat by the very nature of the sort of animal he was. The bottom line is, I'm pretty twisted up inside in all the most beautiful ways, and it's wonderful. It really isn't. As much as I enjoy getting a load of that gorgeous whiskerless mug of yours, it's not exactly why I dropped by. I'm here on a cut matter of business with Jane. We have to prepare for our healing duties, hammer out a strategy and such, really sink our claws into the expensive upholstery of that problem. But first, I have somewhere to take you. What? Where? Goodbye, Jane. Farewell. So long. Oh my goodness. Her name isn't Jane, it's June's hot mom. You're right though. There is someone you really must meet before we all start skidding across the great laminated floor of combat. As the ghostly spiritual guide of whomever my whims decide I should be serving at a given moment, I can't allow another second to pass without introducing the two of you. Who? This way. Oh no! The big bonk! No, that was a big bonk! Oh my god. Oh. Oh no. Wait, Nana Sprite, let's go! Nana Sprite! I got heroic death. Wait, I wanna see this conversation. I wanna see this conversation so much. Please. Ooh, is that today's PogChamp emote? Let's go. Nana Sprite, please. Talk shit. Yo, Rose is so unhappy at the moment. I love it. Mina. They're trying to figure out. Oh god, are they implying that Jasperose and Rose are kismesis? That's kind of funny. Now Dirk's on the ground. That's right, Jane Crocker and Jane Egbert. Here we go. You can stay with the others until this all blows over. With who exactly? Jade, she's sleeping. Please keep an eye on her, okay? Yes, of course, I'd be happy to. Also, a man they call the mayor is here. I don't know much about the dude myself, but apparently he's a hell of a guy. Give him my regards. I will. Mayor Hype, let's go. Goodbye. Aw, they're so sweet. So, yeah, if we make it through this, I'll come back for you, and then we can figure out what happens next. I can't wait. Hope you're not sick of hearing it yet, but I'm still so psyched that you're with us. Of course I'm not sick of it. It is just, Callie, in times such as these, words have trouble cutting it. Come here. Keep me in your thoughts, okay? In the luckiest and magicest way you know how. I will, Roxy. Now, if you will excuse me. Wow. You didn't want to show whatever that was? Was it a hug? Was it a kiss? What? Who even knows? It was intentionally vague. This pisses me off. It was intentionally vague. It could be both. It was at the very least a hug. It's actually a good move. Yeah, zooming out to leave it up to interpretation was actually a solid call. It was very much just to keep it a mystery, so that people could speculate, is my guess. But yeah, just leaving it up to people's interpretation I think is actually pretty fair. I got a delivery to make! Yo, this is the team up we needed that I didn't even think about us needing. We need Callie and the mayor hanging out, having fun. Hussie can't draw kisses without it looking gross, that's why. That's fair. Oh my god, this is hilarious. This is also really cute, actually. Like, June and Terezi are the cutest. Also, yeah, Rose wanting to kill her. That feeling when Rose wants to kill her cat again. Let's see. More talking. They're talking about all the different trolls and everything. It's happening. Oh god, it's happening. Dave and Dirk. It's happening. Maybe we should go over this again, because honestly, I'm still not sure I get it. What? Who are we actually fighting again? Jack Noir? Yeah, well, one version of Noir. There's a shitload of them, though. Which one is there? Is this? He's yours. Ours? Yeah, the one from your session. But our Jack spent months in prison. By the way, I think that Vriska was greatly underestimating Spade Slick with the felt. Like, just wanted to put that out there because I thought about it over the weekend or over the last week. I think that Vriska discounting it and sending only Jake to deal with the felt and Spade Slick is a terrible idea, tactically speaking. Like, but yeah, I'm gonna continue. I just wanted to fit that in there as like a tactical mistake on Vriska's part, but let's see. Well, I guess he broke out. He's kind of like a huge fucking deal now. When did this happen? I have no idea. I wasn't here. I guess neither was I. He's got Lord English powers too, though. He's apparently just like wretched fucking news. Damn. He's gonna be hard to beat, even armed with the ultimate weapon. Some swords. Sounds like some shit's going down. Let's not downplay our sword gambit, though. I've yet to encounter a problem where a sword didn't factor into the solution at least some way. I bet. Bear in mind, I haven't actually solved many problems over the course of my life. But the ones I have, man, swords proved hells of instrumental. What do you mean you didn't solve many problems? Didn't you, like, program robots and stuff? I guess I meant real problems involving people. Oh. Those. Let's see. So, Jack has Lord English powers. Yep. Does that have anything to do with Jake? Not according to my current understanding of a mostly nonsensical body of information. What does that actually mean then? Not sure. Mostly that he's really hard to kill, I think. Okay. Well, that's decent intel at least. He might be vulnerable to Welsh things too. Don't quote me on that because it'll make me sound like an idiot. Alright. Let's see. I believe in Jake. If Jake can tap into that page potential for like the third time in this entire fucking comic, then I think Jake can handle the felt. But I do think that just sending Jake because she thought Jake would be a joke was a tactical error. Big time. Light is super broken. You're right though. I mean, I think I can agree that like most of the aspects are like super broken. Wait, did I skip over something here? No, I didn't. Okay. Do you know when he arrives? I already said I don't know. Right. Guesstimate? Not soon enough is my guess. My best guess, and I guess also my opinion. No. Ugh. Is everything alright? Sure. It just seems like maybe you aren't that into this, or at least not as much as I was. Whatever I imagined the possibility of us meeting. Were you? Yeah, I guess I'm not doing a very good job of showing it now. I think that's probably just what I'm like, though. You don't say. I mean, when it comes to people in general, but probably especially people who are an important part of my life. So, you think I'm an important part of your life? Yes? You don't actually know me, though. Not this me, and I'm pretty sure you didn't know the other guy, either. That's true. What is it about me that's important, then? I'm not sure how to answer. Why? Because I'm getting the sense that you might disapprove of whatever I might say. Like, maybe you'll think it's weird that I idolized some version of you I never knew. Idolized? See? Seems you think it's weird. Yeah. I shouldn't have said anything. Yikes. This is a very awkward conversation. I feel bad for both parties. But I love it. I'm glad that they're getting into the meat of it now. I don't know if it's weird. I just can't process it. Why? Because maybe not anything to do with you per se, but how I view my bro. And I've got to say, meeting you, it's not rocking my world here or upending any paradigms or whatever. Listening to you and looking at you, it really, really just reminds me of him. And I know you're different and all, and also like a kid, I guess, but you don't feel that different. And hearing anything like that, like about idolization or like you were actually looking forward to this in any sincere way, it's kind of fucking jarring. Huh. So, like, things between you and me, from your perspective, are we, like, not cool? Yeah, Dave didn't exactly have a happy childhood. Well, here's I guess. I didn't fucking like you that much, okay? Oh. Why not? Honestly, I don't know if I want to get into it. Oh. Okay. Oh. 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 Yikes. Okay, actually, maybe I will get into it. Let's go, Dave! Talk about your feelings. Let's go. My boy. Most important thing. Talk about your feelings. This might be the only chance you ever get. Here we go. Okay. Oh, God. This is a wall of red. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Time to prepare. Let's do it. Yo, those eyebrows are intense. I don't know why my friends have got to have adults around who cared about them. They complained bitterly about stuff, so I guess I convinced myself that they were in the same boat as me, but that's not how it was. Their complaints were trumped up nonsense, and I bought it because, I don't know, I didn't have any frame of reference. But his dad and her mom, no matter what they said, it was so obvious they cared about them deeply. Even Jade's weird fucking grandpa who died when she was young obviously would have done anything for him. Why did I get such a raw cut of the asshole deck? And why did it take me so long to figure out that? And, like, he's dead now, so that's them. So all that's left for me to do is look back and try to put the pieces together in my first 13 years. And all I can think is, what the fuck was that? I don't come away with the impression I used to try convincing myself of, like that he was mysterious or stern or aloof. The only feeling left is this insane impression that I was raised by somebody who fucking hated me. And the whole act of even raising a child was some totally fucked up game to him. Like parenthood was one of the highest tiers of irony in the solemn bullshit bro ninja code. So I went through those motions and did whatever he thought was funny or badass, but under that weird stylistic and totally sociopathic approach to parenting, I can't even imagine there was any emotion towards me other than some sort of loathing. Yeah, like he is totally serious. Nothing ironic here. It's just, here we are. Dave actually unloading. What did he do? I don't want to go get out the laundry list, but for reference, laundry wasn't one of the things. That was just one of the little domestic things I had to just sort of figure out. Sort of like I eventually had to learn what the real purpose of a refrigerator was from the movies. Wait, what? I don't know, there's too much to even get into. Just, I don't remember the atmosphere ever not being nerve-wracking. All having to sneak around and, oh, my shitty childhood spider senses are tingling just thinking about it. It was training, you know? But you know what it really was? It was some vicious shit that was bad and sucked and I hated it. It didn't make me stronger, it did the opposite. It made me never want to fight. It made me never want to see blood or be near danger or hear metal sounds. It made me hate the idea of being a hero because he was a hero and he ruined the idea of heroism. I don't even want to be fighting this shitty version of Jack, but hey, nobody else has secret Welsh powers, so I guess I have to. What gets me is how long it took me to put all this together. To stop seeing it as some kind of roughhousey and eccentric life that I had but was otherwise normal. It took years to deconstruct it all and put it back together to understand how fucking mad I should be. And in particular, how stone cold, deeply uncared for I was my whole life. Like being merely monitored by a violent robot. I only started getting it after spending a lot of time in person with a bunch of people who actually did care about me. And I could start feeling like actually somewhat human for the first time, instead of some sort of runty afterthought to a household cabal of smutty puppets. Puppets? The fucking puppets. I know how it sounds, but I'm not joking, and there's no shred of doubt in my mind that he loves all those puppets more than me. Honestly, it was very possible that he was just insane, and that's it. I guess it didn't help either that we lived with what we have come to understand may theoretically be the most evil doll to exist in any universe ever. And Dave doesn't know this, but part of that doll is literally a part of his, like, Dirk. So, literally... In fact, it's my tenuous understanding that he came down to Earth with that thing and, like, actually grew up with it. Maybe spending 30-some years being inseparable from that hell puppet had some effect on him. Maybe if he hadn't been casting a pall over our apartment 24/7 since he took me in, grinning, glaring, laughing in my sleep, maybe our lives wouldn't have been so... maybe we would have... What? Yo, this is intense. Dave hates metal sounds and let you remember, oh, his planet was Lohak, full of metal things and metal sounds. Yo, that's brutal. Like actual psychological torture. Yikes. That's brutal. I didn't even make that connection and like think about that from this conversation yet. Like that's really good. Wow. Okay. You okay there? Yeah. That doll, that was Cal, right? Yeah. Right. My version is empty, apparently. Whatever that means. How do you know that? A source. One supposedly knowledgeable in jujus. Never quite knew what that meant, though. Well, whatever. His was empty is how I would... Well, whatever his was, empty is never how I would have described it. Man, I don't know if I figured out something here, like explain something, or if I'm just driving myself crazy with this talk and nothing even needs explaining. It doesn't change my past or how I feel about him. He was still pretty much awful no matter what the reason, and I'm sure that's the only feeling I'll ever have about him. So who cares why it was like that? Yeah. Who? Interesting. Oh, call back to Dave staring at his own blood on his hand. Ooh, that's fair, because he doesn't like the idea of blood. People take this to mean that Bro is actually the way he was because of Little Cow. But you think it's dishonest, right? As oh, evil puppet ruined Dirk. I think it's very possible for Dirk to into. So, like, the way that I'm reading this is basically Hussie saying, like, you can interpret it whatever way you want, but it doesn't matter because it doesn't change what happened. Like... That's at least how I'm interpreting, like, Dave's opinion here. Like, you can theorize that it was Little Cal, or it was just the way that Dirk turned out. But, yeah. Let's see. Early Dave was a real chauvinist, remember? Wow, that was a long time ago. I guess so? Tiny bit? Yeah, Cal influenced him, Bro still chose to do all those terrible things. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. That all sounds really bad. I don't know what to say, though. Maybe I just didn't say anything, since I just remind you so much of him for obvious reasons. I don't want to make you feel worse or make it sound like I'm offering a defense. For him or me. Because I don't have one. For either of us. Come on, man. You didn't do anything. This was just some douchebag who is with your exact DNA who happened to grow up to be my bro. You have a completely different life full of, like, different choices and actions and stuff. And even if you were going to turn out like him, you've barely cleared the halfway mark on actually chronologically getting there. In some way, ranting about all this is probably just uncool of me because... You aren't him. You're not responsible for any of this shit, but I'm sort of implicitly tacking it on you anyway, so sorry about that. I'm not sure it's true, though. At least I don't feel that way. What way? That I'm not him. The fact is, I am. It's something I've come to understand about myself. All splinters of me are basically me, no matter how much I want to resist the truth, or pretend that they aren't reflecting my qualities back at me. I bear a certain responsibility for all of them. Splinters... Yeah, I guess the concept isn't that unique to me. We've all got other versions of ourselves running around here and there through the various compartments of this messed up cosmos. Right? I just happen to be particularly connected to mine. I felt haunted by them. And what that means is I'm perpetually haunted by my own bad qualities. So when I hear about stuff I did in another reality, I'm not sure what my adult self might have ever tried to do to atone for that stuff, if anything. Pretty much dick squat. Yeah, but in any case, I'm sure I was completely in the wrong, and I'm sorry I messed up your life. Ooh. Yikes. Ooh. Yeah, this is... I think, like, even with the reality, like, whatever the reality of this is, like, how connected, like, all these different versions of everybody is, or, like, whether it was Lil Cal that influenced Dirk or not, what it really comes down to is that both Dirk and Dave have experiences that they have not wanted to address, and they finally are able to. And I think that's really the important thing about this scene, more than anything. Let's see. Thanks, but it still feels a little odd accepting an apology from somebody who I just met and technically had nothing to do with my life. Even if you do feel guilty splinter ways or whatever, it's just a messed up situation, and I guess I had to vent. And there was never anyone I wanted to say all that stuff to, and the only thing that was going to drag it out of me, I guess, was a teen stand-in phantom of my dead bro. Just some perfectly innocent dude having to take the brunt of all this shit. I'm not particularly innocent, though. I've messed up a lot of things up with my friends. Honestly, that's why I wasn't that bent on sticking around when I showed up. And I pretty much jumped at the offer of flying here to get ready for some yet-to-be-unexplained battle. Battles are easy. Just you, a sword, some bad guys. It's a lot simpler than having to answer for things you did. For the most part, I feel pretty bad about the role I played in my friends' lives. Especially Jake. What happened there? I don't know. And I mitigated disaster for which I'm entirely to blame. That's not true. It's not any one thing. That's very much not true. Like the idea that you're completely to blame for what's going on with Jake is so untrue, Dirk. Yikes. This self-blame is very brutal. I wouldn't be surprised if he was trying to avoid me as much as possible. I'm sure that's for the best. I think I need to stay out of his business for a good while, so I don't risk poisoning another innocent kid's life. Like I did with you, apparently. Yeah, I mean, maybe it's a little different because relations between peers is a whole other thing. It's a tricky shit, and you're both figuring stuff out on an relatively equal footing, and you're both at the same point in your lives. It's not like when one person is older and supposed to be a lot more... Never mind, this is a fucked up thing to think about. But the bottom line is, yeah, laying low while you sort your stuff can't hurt. Right. The thing with that, with my adult self's ways, the sad thing is, I can really see it. Like how someone like me can go unchecked in life and turn out to become a much worse person than I already am. I guess I'm just relieved that I still have some time to make sure that doesn't happen. You don't actually seem like a bad person to me, though. No? Nah. Why not? We did just meet after all. Because I don't know if truly bad people wrestle so much with whether they're good or bad. I think if I ever sensed my bro, like, struggled at all with what he was doing or who he was or showed any sort of doubt, that might have changed everything. But there was never a crack in it, or the slightest hint of introspection behind the aggressive, cool dude facade. If there was, I sure never noticed. I mean, personally, I think about it all the time now. What it means to be good or bad, or if not something that's starkly moral. At least just trying to examine the difference between being decent and being a douche. Maybe it's because of him I worry about that now. But for me, I think the internal struggle is kind of mild. For him, or for you, I mean, it sounds like some pretty dark shit. Like grappling with becoming evil versus simply trying not to. Yeah, that's not too far off. But the point is, even just talking to you a little bit, it's obvious you've been fighting with that, which means that you care enough to put in some effort. I think that counts for something. Dirk sees himself very highly to the point where he thinks other people and him don't have agency. It's kind of bad. Yeah, I agree that it's kind of bad. I think it's actually, like, pretty, like, I think it's actually like Dirk views himself as responsible for everything, which shows like a certain level of narcissism. But it's like a very crushing level of it, you know? Like, You wouldn't say he sees other people as not having agency? I don't know. Like, they have agency, but I definitely... Oh. I don't think he does. Yeah, I don't think he doesn't view it as not having agency, but I do feel like he views him as being able to completely affect the outcome of a situation despite the inputs of everybody else, if that makes sense. Which I get the impression that Dirk very much believes that like everything is on his plate because he's like he can actually do everything. It goes back to him like calling himself a puppet master at the very beginning, like when he assumed he was going to be a shadow leader of the Alpha Kid sessions, you know. So I think that there's like some dark stuff there. Let's see. One last thing about Bro and Dave, I don't think it was a matter of physical abuse because of the strife logic. Yeah, because we see June and trying to attack Dadbert with a hammer and stuff. I think there was like some like physical abuse there, kind of, but I think that getting too much in the weeds of that kind of detracts from looking at the emotional abuse that happened during Dave's childhood. Even Strife Dave was the only person to get hit. Oh, that's an interesting detail. I didn't even think about it like all that like far back. But that's actually a really interesting detail. Maybe. Not sure if I'm ready to accept a pat on the back for recognizing I have some problems. Oh, they look so sad for people without expressions. And worrying about whether they'll destroy me and fuck up the people I care about. That might be setting the bar kind of low. Well, when it comes to the subject of him, the bar's already pretty low, dude. Weird thing, honestly, is that it's actually kind of refreshing to hear a sincerely leveled critique of all my negative qualities coming from another person invested in a relationship with me, rather than a fucked up iteration of myself as some bizarre trollish form of self-abuse. The only thing I've ever been exposed to are either various forms of self-loathing, either from me or my autoresponder, or attitudes completely oblivious to my real issues, as expressed through my friends. My friends always seem to cut me so much slack, or were just never aware of the kind of person I really was. Well, Jake probably is, by now at least. But he's also the sort of guy who's just as likely to blame himself for the stuff I did as he is to blame me. Jane and Roxy, though, never seemed to see anything wrong with me. If anything, just the contrary. Roxy in particular had a certain fixation. She meant well, but she was so enamored of me and seemingly everything I did, which I think was the last thing I needed. To be idolized in some form by other people I respected. I had enough of that feeling coming from within, particularly when I was younger. And since then, I've been plagued by the insane ego of my youth in the form of an artificial intelligence I designed, which essentially trapped that state of mind in a sort of horrid suspended animation. Until some recent developments, of course. So, was that stuff true when you said you idolized the other version of me? Yeah. And not just some bullshit like how I used to say the same thing about my bro when I didn't actually know any better? Nah, it's definitely not like that. I never lived with him or met him, so he couldn't have anything like the contentious relationship you had with my older self. He was a historical figure from centuries ago. There was a lot to admire and think about fondly, especially since I was alone and never had any direct contact with another person or any concept of civilization. So even though I'm sure I romanticized what his life was like and the early 21st century in general, it was nice to think about you. I passed a lot of time that way. Whew, there's a lot here. Let's see. Small steps, Dirk. I agree. Thank you for the hydrant, Melody. Yeah. I mean, I think Dave kind of brushed away like Jade's like really sad childhood, but she had different issues. Like growing up alone. Like she was a lot more similar to Dirk actually, in like how she grew up. Though obviously they turned out to be very different people. completely different issues, I agree. You say there was a lot to admire. Like what? Well, he was pretty famous, made some successful movies, at least under a somewhat expansive definition of success, and even had a more expansive definition of movie. His work accumulated a lot of subversive political influence, which got him into trouble later. So he made a million bullshit Statues of Liberty, scummed them up with JPEG artifacts, and littered them all over the planet. Motherfucker! Wait, what? Wait, that was Dave who did that? But why? That was Dave who did that? Who else? Well pointed out. It was literally just a shit post. You're right. The irony is... I completely agree with that, Blue Glass. Like, they don't invalidate each other's issues. Holy shit. He was also a pretty badass swordsman, an active member of the resistance movement. He slaughtered the clown presidents on the roof of the White House and flew away on a shitty skateboard. Then it seems he gave the Batter Witch a pretty good run for her money. It wasn't enough, but at least he went down fighting. Yeah, I'm gonna need to hear more details on this sometime. Sure, but as you can tell, clearly there's a lot to look up to. I thought about the examples you set constantly, the creative ideals, the advanced theories on irony and humor, the tales of courage and martial prowess. Really, I modeled everything about myself after you, or at least everything good I was trying to become. And I probably spent an embarrassing amount of time imagining what it would be like to live during his time and to be able to have something resembling a sibling relationship or be in some sort of master-apprentice situation. And when I finally learned you existed and started to understand who he was in relation to me, that put a lot into context. I realized that he was a version of you who got a chance to live up to his full potential. And when I understood that there was a young version of you in a situation sort of like mine, whose time on Earth got cut short when you were thrown into all this, I was at least happy to think that there was some reality where you got the chance to do everything you wanted to do, be successful, and fight for all the right things. Aww. Even if it ultimately didn't lead to the great outcome for humanity, you had an opportunity to live a full life and show what you were made of. Well, I guess I had the same opportunity on your world, somewhat less fortunately. Yikes. Whew. Yeah, but then for all my bitching, I guess I still never grasped your full reality. Just like you probably didn't grasp mine, but just reading into the mindset of a historical figure as best you could. What if I wasn't as heroic as it seemed? What if adult me was kind of douchey too in a way you couldn't observe? Perhaps, but beyond a certain point, I think accomplishments speak for themselves. I don't know if you can completely shred every person who ever did great things because they had some flaws. All I can say is it was important to me to see him the way I did, as a good person who inspired me and set the standard for what I wanted to be. He kept me going. That said, I'm also glad that there's this version of you who got to be all the things that you've been through. Like, yeah, you didn't be the cool celebrity who cuts down juggalos on badly to face government property. And the idea of a normal life was rudely taken from you, and it's something you'll never get to experience. But this is so much more challenging and uncertain. You get to apply all that potential you showed in one reality to something much bigger and more existentially critical. Whatever strength you showed in trying to save a dying planet, the fact is, I think we need that more here. And the trials inherent in being part of something like this, I think they bring out more of you than a relatively pedestrian life on Earth would. Makes you face more things about yourself. At least that's been true for me. And it sounds like it's been true for you too. It sounds to me like the experiences you've changed. Oh, I'm misreading it. Okay. It sounds to me like the experiences you've had changed you a lot for the better. You mentioned the experiences with him that were designed to make you stronger have actually made you weaker, but really I doubt that's true. I bet you've become more stronger than you realize. Not because of anything he did, but because of what you've done and the ways you've changed yourself through your own effort. I hope it didn't come off as overly sentimental garbage, but it seems to me like you turned out to be a really good dude. Like, really, a better sort of dude than I ever imagined talking to when I pictured meeting the legendary guy I idolized. I pictured him as probably being too cool to be the type of guy you are. But you know what? Fuck being too cool for that. Whew. Dirk being super sweet and sentimental here. Who? Oh my goodness. People are just talking about Dirk and Jade and Chess. Sorry, I'm just like looking over and catching up on things. I've been really digging this conversation. It's been so good. That last line, I also love it, Bug. I also love it. This has been a fantastic conversation. This panel is so good. This panel is so good. Look at how beautiful it is. You don't think I'm cool? Nah. I mean, in the right way, yes, I think you are. But in the way that doesn't mean anything and doesn't matter. Not particularly. Anyway, that's all my stuff with respect to your other self. Again, there's a lot more I could say about him. Maybe stuff you should know, or maybe it's all irrelevant to the path you're on now. Regardless, I'd be more than willing to answer any questions you have about him. Or anything, really. Feel free to ask me whatever, okay? Yeah. I'll have to think. That is also a very good line, because it implies that Dave is willing to have future discussions about this, to engage with Dirk. Oh, it's so good. I have had problems with the pacing of everything post-Retcon with, like, what is essentially conversation dumps before the final battle. But this conversation was very worth it. Like, there have been a lot of really good conversations, and even though I kind of begrudge the pacing of the comic at this point, the content of it has actually been very good. Dave isn't cool in the badass sunglasses cutting through the bad guy's way. He tries too hard, but he isn't. Exactly. No, Dave is a different kind of cool. Like, this is lovely. Hey. Sorry about this. What? For what I'm doing right now. This bullshit right here. Oh, what? It's... Oh, Dave. Yo, Dave. It's really fucked up of me, what I'm presently doing, so sorry about that. Yeah, man, this is some fucked up shit, alright. I know. Oh, this is so sweet. Yo, these two sweet boys finally able to, like, have some people, like, have somebody and being willing to open up. Oh. But it's cool. Don't worry about it. So fucked up. He's tried. Dirk is trying to hug. It counts. Sorry. Oh. I'm so proud of them. They were smiling. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, let's go back and look. Oh, look, they're talking about all this stuff. They're talking about the movies and, like, the comics. Oh, my goodness. June and Therese are just rocking out still. Mina is currently fantasizing about killing Lord English, which probably is bad for... Well, I mean, it's probably good for her, but it makes me sad because that... The move. Oh, yeah, you're right, though. You're right. This is technically the first actual hug that Dirk has gotten. You're right, though. Oh, my God. My heart. My heart. Oh, hey, Roxy. Yeah, Roxy and Kanaya should be talking soon, right? We're about to get Nepeta, like, prototyped. Let's go. This is a very familiar scene right here. This is a very familiar scene. Oh my God, look at these two good boys having a good time, talking. Like, look at those smiles. I'm so happy for them. Aww. Just one more part of this panel. Dirk actually laughing, exactly. Hey! Yes? Hey! Hey. Hey! You said another hey. Are you going to say hey again by chance? Hey! Hey! I knew it was another A. Kanaya, guess what? My first guess would be more hey, but if the thing to guess is the reason why you're saying hey at me several times, I confess to being stumped. I got something for you. You do? What? That's the thing you got to be guessing. Let's see. You just remember that Nepeta and Jasper actually talk some pages before S Cascade? Oh, okay. Gotcha. Egg delivery time, let's go. Hey, hey. Is it the thing behind your back? Yep, but you gotta be more specific. Is it a little piece of paper that says hey on it? No, but that would be too funny. Hey, you're actually pretty funny. Damn, now I want to go away and start this whole shit over so I can use that punchline instead. That would have actually been very funny. Maybe we should do several rehearsals first, just to make sure the final performance is as funny as possible. Yes, but no. What I have for you, ta-da, is this. Look at how happy Kanaya is. Yeah, probably. She's in shock. Kanaya's in shock. It's a big face. Is it real? Yeah, I mean, it's as real as I could make it, which I think means as real as the thing that it is and was always supposed to be when its ideas expressed as purely as possible through physical matter. Wow. What? It's a real alien egg, bottom line. It took a whole lot of work and I guess voidy soul searching, but I finally made it just for you. For me? Yep, hey, I don't know, I know I don't know you too well. We just met, but it really was always going to be for you. This egg is stinking useless without someone who's qualified to care for it, and that's you. So please look after the little guy. I've developed some oddly motherly feelings for the spiky fucker myself. It was like this whole quasi-intellectual emotional saga for me or something to figure out how I make this freaking egg. It's a matriorb. Yeah, that. I don't believe this. How is it possible? I still don't know how you did this. Just don't worry about it. It's just powers. Whoosh. Voila, insta-orb. Just add the subtraction of its non-existence. Yo, Kanaya is so stumped. I'm so happy for her. Roxy in the universe's baby. I like it. Oh, wait. I think I can see slight tears in Kanaya's eyes. Oh, those are definitely big tears. Thank you. Oh, sweet Kanaya, baby. No problem. I didn't think it would be this easy. I mean, not that it was easy for you by the sound of it. What I mean is I thought I was going to involve an arduous and lengthy process for myself to undertake in order to figure out how it was even possible to reconstruct the orb, let alone actually do it. Nah. Nope. So instead of all of that, it's just handed to me. Like a nice present. Yep. I don't know what to say. This changes so much about everything I thought I had to do. Does it? The way I see it, you shouldn't have needed to worry about making the thing. I think it'll be challenged enough, like hatching it and tending to all the stuff that comes with it. Isn't that basically being responsible for the preservation of an entire race of people? Like, not even a simple kind of people that all go about having their own babies by themselves and such. You have to set up this whole set and deal with this huge creature that does it all herself, right? Yes. That's how it works. And yes, that will be probably very challenging. Yeah, so just focus on that. I'm sure you'll have to help if you need it. I mean, after all this shit is over, obviously. Hey, speaking of which, how did it go here? Did you do the thing? Yes, I think we did the thing. Our frog should be good to go. Oh yeah, Karkat came here too, didn't he? Where did he go? Oh, he's still in the cave. Meditating. Meditating, huh? Yes. It was a very fulfilling, spiritually uplifting encounter with the denizen. It, really, blitzed our chakras. He needs some time to clear his head. Okay. So, you're Rose's girlfriend, right? I don't know. Is that what humans call a mate split when the mate split is a girl? I don't know. Is mate split the thing that trolls call each other when they are girlfriends or boyfriends with each other? Yes. Aha! Then the answer is yes? Yes. Wow. Okay, it was kind of obvious. I was just making sure. Anyway, that's cool. Did you guys meet on your fancy meteor vessel? In person, we met there, yes. Originally, we first spoke while she was still in her session. I assisted somewhat, but I think I bugged her mostly. That seems like a lifetime ago now. So I guess you must have gotten to know each other a lot better during the trip. Yes, we had a lot of free time. Oh, I bet. Man, 3 years was it? That's crazy. For a whole bunch of people who only just met, including humans and aliens. Or I mean trolls. Sorry, whoops. I'm sorry if that's rude. We call each other aliens all the time. But then you don't all just have to immediately have to hunker down together for 3 years. That is very much what happened and what we had to do. It sounds fun. Kind of wish I could have been there. I guess I had my own less long stint with people in my session, like only half a year though, which was cool in its own way, but it wasn't nearly as social as your scene sounded. It was pretty social, yes. We also had little groups who generally convened with each other more often than the entire ensemble crowded together for a singular noisy affair. Such events were pretty rare, so maybe not as social as you were picturing. In fact, it was quite a subdued situation compared to the crowd I was formerly accustomed to congregating with. There were 12 of us back then. Oh, yeah, wow! I remember hearing about that from a friend who never even existed from this frame of reference. So I guess it's another weird thing about my little sojourn to get to this point. It's all made of memories now that didn't even happen for other people. That does sound like a lonely predicament in its own particular way. A sort of sacrifice you've had to make, yes. Yeah. Sacrifices abound, it seems. I don't know of anyone presently alive who hasn't had to trade something very important to them in exchange for continuing to be a material seeker in this endeavor. You were forced to trade something too, but in return, you've been able to do something. Something so wonderful that I guess I'm judging your accomplishment from an especially personal vantage, but no matter what else you've been through, I believe you can say you've done something as important as anyone could ever hope to. Aw, yes, I hope so. I really hope it all works out and you make a super successful Troll World 2. Yes, I want it to be a good place. Not so much like where I'm from. It all sounds really daunting, actually. But not even just the propagation of my kind, but managing to do it responsibly. Just causing millions of beings to exist for the sake of doing so, and dismissing responsibility for what sort of people they become. That isn't good enough for me. I think Echidna was right. I'll need him. Who? You need Karkat to be the heart and soul, a leader for troll kind. Karkat and Kanaya are literally like father and mother of the entire troll society, and I love it. Oh my goodness. Oh, nobody. Let's say it was a figure of speech. I'll need everyone, whoever is good and wishes to have a hand in the way that our world is shaped. Oh my goodness, guys. I love all of these conversations. You managed to complete Homestuck today? You're sad that it's over, Redsley? Yo, like, I was wondering if we would make it to the end here. I think we're going to make it to the end in the next stream, but we'll see. But this has been pretty wild so far. Oh. There's a comic where Karkat explains to Kanaya about June going on about not being homosexual. Kanaya asks what that means. Karkat says, I guess a human way of saying they only like girls. And then Kanaya walks up to Rose and says, Rose, do you want to... Oh, no. I have so many conflicting opinions from chat on whether or not, like, it's worth it to push through to the end. Oh, my God. You can't stick on, though? Oh, are you headed off, Redsley? Well, thank you for stopping by, if so. Count me in. I will, but as of the immediate point in time, I don't know what to do anymore. Before you came, I was on my way to join you and Rose and John, feeling quite sure I was about to get ready to fight, and then you gave me this, and now I'm unsure to which I am unsure of everything to which I've imminently committed myself. How so? I want to help us win, but I also have a lot of responsibility now, in a way that is much more tangible and also spiky and round and sharp than a few minutes ago. And I feel like I have to consider the risk to myself as now also the same risk to the future of my people. Does that make sense? Oh, I see, yeah. It's like, it is like say if a mother wolf being all ready to stand up to some other asshole of nature like a nasty bear, and she's ready to fight and all, but she's got to think about what happens to her pups if she gets hurt, yeah? Something like that. Except I relate to more to an analogy that didn't involve weird alien creatures. Oh, sure, just imagine instead of a wolf, it's like a mother, okay, help me out here. Muscle beast. A beautiful mother muscle beast. And instead of a bear, it's a Metroid. Let's say good enough. Damn straight. Be fucking fighter of the year right there. But yes, that concern is completely understandable, and you don't have to fight if you don't want to. And I'm sure we could really use the help. Would I actually be of much use? I think so. I'd look at it this way. None of this next-gen troll stuff is ever going to matter if we don't win this fight, so we have to prioritize beating all these goddamn villains, especially the witch. And any extra edge is going to help. And though I admit I don't know much about you, I'm feeling pretty confident in my assessment that you're probably some sort of sick, deadly bitch. Who told you my secret? I knew it. In fact, I would bet that you could use your concern for all your future space pups to be way extra deadlier in this fray. Maybe you'd make the whole difference. The point is, we need you now just as much as anyone in the future will. And we are all risking stuff and all in this together. And if you're with me and Rose and John, don't worry, we ain't gonna let anything happen to you. I promise. Dang. Dang? That was really motivational, and I feel very inspired now. For real? Yes. A little corny, but definitely genuine and moving. And now I'm suddenly psyched again to go dunk a narcissistic fish woman into a sea dumpster. I love Kanaya so much. Fuck yes! Not to project myself as someone fickle or lightly swayed on big decisions. Maybe it was just a roughly 30-second spell of cold feet and I just snapped out of it, I don't know. But you really do seem to have a way with motivational words. You must be a natural leader. I think your group was lucky to have you. Me? No, I'm not naturally good at that at all. I just mostly yelled at my friends because they were such a gag of frustrating bozos. I guess I'm just feeling way inspired by the fact that everyone is here and together and we're all about to try something and do something huge and important. I've also watched John in action a bit, and he is very good at that stuff. He's actually so good at being inspiring, he's inspired me to try and be inspiring? That sounds dumb as hell, but it's true as shit. I also love how he has got no idea how good he is at the leadery stuff. It is so inspirationally friggin' adorable. Roxy, in talking about June having no idea how good she is at the leadery stuff, you realize that you have validated Kanaya's assumption that you are actually really good at the leadery stuff, even though you don't know it. Hey, Kiwi! Big ol' whoopie pog. Let's see. Ooh. Really, most of the characters have their moments of being the best. It's true, though. I love it. There's a good stopping point coming up? Let's just see how it goes, because I gotta go to the restroom in a second anyway. Shall we go then? We hella shall. Oh, boy. You know, this is a great place to go to the restroom real quick, because this is Vriska, Mina, and Vriska. So, I'm gonna be right back. Okay, let's read. This will not go well. I'll be taking this if you don't mind. Not that I care if you mind. For that matter, not that there's any chance you could. Well, okay. I thought you were saying for that matter, not that there's any chance you could, as in there's not any chance you could matter, but I think that's something else. But, yeah, I take a year-long break, exactly. For that matter, not that there's any chance you could possibly mind what anyone does with this deadly secret weapon, since you made it perfectly clear what sort of person you want to be. Which is to say, someone who's dedicated her entire existence to being utterly useless. Wait, which version of me are you? Are you alive? Be quiet, I'm talking. Just look at you. Just look at you. How completely pathetic. What's your problem? My problem is that you make me fucking sick. Did you know that? That it was possible for you to go so far down whatever toilet you decided to jump into however long ago that you could literally make your own stomach turn. I mean, my God. What are you talking about? Is it my new clothes and tattoo and stuff? Look, I remember feeling that way too, all stuck up about certain. It's not your new look. I mean, it's not that it's the slightest bit flattering. In fact, I think it's perfect for you. I couldn't possibly imagine a style more impeccably suited to what a loser you've become. Loser? Hey, come on now. Yes, loser. You are a loser. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but that is what you are now. Are you really so far removed from reality that you can't see it? Did this transformation happen so gradually that you just didn't notice? I find it hard to believe, and frankly more than a little disturbing, that some version of me could let this happen to herself without being at least somewhat aware that a dreadful decline of personal integrity was taking place. I'm not a loser, though. I like what I've become. I actually feel happy and good about my life for the first time in maybe forever. Like, actually good about my life in a way that feels real instead of forced. Don't you realize that's what it was like for us? You don't have a life. You're dead, remember? I'm the one with a life, and I fully intend to use it in a relevant and constructive way to help bring an end to all the horrible shit that's been going on for way too long. Remember when you used to care about that sort of thing? No, obviously not. All you care about now is bullshit hipstery fashion trends, feeling happy, and whatever the fuck it is you're doing here, frolicking with some horses in an ugly field or some shit. It's absolutely disgraceful. How could I have become so selfish? You do know this is selfish, right? This isn't having some fucking epiphany or like growing as a person or whatever self-serving spin you might be putting on what's happening here. It's just plain narcissism. The worst kind you're capable of. A total renunciation of any responsibility for contributing to the greater good. And it makes me fucking sick. No, that's not what it's like. You don't understand. You haven't been through... Been through what? I've been through plenty. Don't get patronizing with me. How did you die again? Weren't you just being stubborn and insisting on going off to fight Jack, even though that was obviously an ill-conceived plan that was going to get everyone killed? There it is again, making it all about you. Wow. Wow. That's really kind of a dick move, considering that this Vriska did nothing to prevent that except getting punched. Yikes. Brutal. Ooh. The Vriska calling the kettle Vriska. Ooh. There it is again, making it all about you. Even when trying to be heroic, you let that need blind you, and you did something really stupid, basically leaving no other option but for you to get killed. So since you started your journey as a ghost with that little feat of self-absorption, is it any surprise that after so many pseudo-sweeps floundering around as a lost soul, this is where you end up? A shamelessly self-indulgent punk-ass nobody. Wait, are you saying you didn't try to fight Jack? What happened? How are you the version that's still alive? I don't... Different shit happened, and from that point on, I started making better choices, unlike you. Contrary to your lazy, fakey, happy shit, I've actually grown as a person. What do you think of that, you frivolous, dithering bitch? Yikes. 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 Yeah, like, how did you die? Like, yeah, she just got clocked. Exactly. This is... Whew. Also, I feel like this Vriska... I feel like a live Vriska is projecting a lot onto dead Vriska right now. Honestly, I can barely even stand to look at you. I should really get out of here and spare myself the nausea. Yet I keep standing here wasting my time dishing out this well-deserved smackdown. Maybe I'm paralyzed by disgust? Why are you being so mean to me? Mean? I'm just telling it like it is, sister. The truth is often harsh. That's something you used to understand. But now you appear to be the physical embodiment of everything I detest. God, I can't get over your shitty makeover. Ugh. Hey, did you gain weight too? What? No, I didn't. I'm not. Yes, you did. I'm not blind, you know. I'm not fat. Sure, tell yourself whatever you want. Whatever lets you be at peace with your new life. Why are you saying all this stuff to you? What did I ever do to you? I don't understand. Oh, no. No, dead Vriska's crying. No. No. Holy shit, this is actually getting to you, isn't it? Unbelievable. Well, that tears it. You really are beyond any sort of redemption. Fucking incredible. Whatever happened to having a thick skin, letting the stuff roll off your back, not letting shit get to you? To be fair, this is what happens when you become emotionally, like, vulnerable with somebody and you actually open up, whatever. Because you always knew you were better than the one slinging it. I guess it's what you call happiness now, letting a few tiny barbs shatter your self-esteem. You aren't happy. You're a hilarious train wreck combined with a sad punchline, and I'm ashamed to share an identity with you. Stop it! Oh, Vriska. Oh, this is a lot of projecting. Yikes. Oh, don't worry, Sir Cat. I'm done here. I'm off to go do something useful, like winners do. Something you wouldn't know anything about anymore. Oh, just leave me alone. How could I have ever been so awful? Okay, this is just getting embarrassing. Time to shove off. Though, truth be told, I should just probably delay killing Lord English a little longer, just so he can put you out of your misery. Just go away. I hate you. Oh, Vriska. Your wish is my command, loser. Time to get some awesome shit done and grab the reins on a relevant, proactive existence. Shit, I'm feeling more adventurous and worthwhile as a person just thinking about it. Anyone who feels the same is more than welcome to join me. Say, how about you punky-looking pixies? Does that sound like it might be your cut of the jib? Don't talk to her! She doesn't want anything to do with a piece of shit like you, and neither do I! Take your stupid treasure and your smug garbage about relevance and get out of here. Come on, Mina, let's ditch this evil hag and go find something else to do. Oh. Well, Mina's gonna go with a live Vriska. Because Mina's bored. And she hates not being relevant. Oh, that's not good. I have some thoughts on this about, like, how Vriska's entire character comes, like, kind of full circle here. And, like, but I'm gonna wait till after this pain. Mina? What's wrong? Come on. Yeah, Vriska. Listen. What? Fuck, I don't know how to say this. What is it? I think I might actually go with Vriska. I mean, that one. No, please, Mina, you can't. I don't know if this whole thing is... fuck! Mina, no, I'm not, like, agreeing with her on a lot of that stuff. I'm just bored. But I thought you liked... I did. I mean, I do. I'm just sick of sitting here not being a part of anything. I want to see some action, you know? I want to go kill a bad guy. Yeah, okay, yeah. I get that. Hey, me too. Look, see, I do too. Forget what I said. We can go fight him together. Just not with her, okay? I couldn't handle that. It can be just you and me. Yeah, see, I don't know about that. The thing is, I think what I'm saying here is, as great as it's been, like, really great, I think this has gotta be it. It? No. Why, Mina, please don't do this. You heard the lady. She's made up her mind. Stay out of this! Oh, the panel is even more reused and makes me sad. Mina, you have to stay. I don't know what I'll do if you're gone. I don't have anyone else out here. I'll be all alone in this fucked up place. I never told you this, but it's terrifying here. It's terrifying being dead and having to live through memories forever and dealing with the fact that nothing really means anything. It's infinite and black and it's all being ripped apart, and you're the only one who ever made me feel good about being out here. You're the only one who ever made me feel good about being anywhere, so please, don't, Mina. Oh, Vriska, damn, why is this shit so hard? I'm not even lying, this is like the hardest shit I ever did, and I can't even fully explain. It's just how it's gotta be. But it doesn't. You don't have to do this. Yeah, I think on that point, we're just gonna have to algae to disalgae. I cannot believe you're doing the fish pun thing while you're breaking up with me. Sorry, Cirque. 'Tis the way of my peeps. This relationship seemed like it's heading this way even without being Vriska. Like, yeah, I agree with that, actually. Yeah, I agree with that. Like, Mina clearly wanted to break up with Vriska before. We are seeing some really interesting, like, interdependency issues here. Though, to be fair, being stuck in, like, an infinite void of dream bubbles is kind of genuinely, like, terrifying. I think, like, Mina breaking up with Vriska here is pretty fair. Like, Vriska wants to go and do what, like, makes her happy. Or not Vriska, sorry. Mina wants to go do what makes her happy, and this was just going to happen. Everything with, like, the previous Vriska has some issues, but... honestly, like, this is kind of brutal. Like, this is brutal, but I think this needed to happen. Mina and Vriska breaking up, now that we're seeing, like, all the holes in their relationship. And Vriska needs to learn, dead Vriska needs to learn how to be happy with just herself. Though, obviously, like, her being in pain here with the breakup is not a problem. Like, when people break up, it's okay to be in pain. So I don't see any problem with her. Like, somebody decided to comment on my YouTube video, like, saying, like, that Vriska has some, like, interdependency issues with Mina, which was a little bit of a spoiler, and they acknowledged that when I commented back. But I think this conversation right here is a perfectly reasonable reaction to suddenly being broken up and also, like, being completely destroyed by a version of yourself that you hate. Yeah. Yeah, but this is really interesting. I'm going to see, I have more thoughts, but we'll continue to the end. Here's the thing. I don't think that any of the shade that was just thrown at you was true. Oh, good. I like you a lot and all. But, like, she has a point on one thing, which is you changed a lot. Not better or worse or anything. I ain't qualified to make that call. Just different from the way you were when we met. That's actually very true. Like, this Vriska has changed since being in a relationship with Mina. We've seen that. Happier, I guess? I don't know. Don't know if you say so, then yeah. But what I see, though, is someone who gradually turned all like, vulnerable as shell. And that is scary to me because of the way I am. I don't think I'm really the sort of person to be trusted with those deep kinds of feelings. See, the problem is, you don't actually know me very well. Nobody does. And the main thing about me is, that you gotta account for, or I guess I gotta account for, on behalf of the feelings of people I don't want to see get hurt, is, how do I say this? What you need to know is, like, I'm bad. Oh, Mina. Oh. Yikes, Mina. Get this fucking shit-eating grin off your face alive, Vriska. No, Mina, wait, I don't care if you're bad. I mean, I don't even think that's true, but I don't care if it is. Please don't go. Please don't go. At least not right away. Can you just stay a little longer while we talk about this? No, Vriska, Mina should just cut this off, actually. Sorry, Vriska. I'm really sorry. Oh. To be honest, you don't get why Vriska is smiling here. It just seems a bit too evil for the sake of evil, because she enjoys seeing a version of her that she disapproves of not get what she wants. Yeah, so... Yeah, I'm glad... This was a very important breakup. Because, like... Yeah, dead Vriska over here probably needed to break up with Mina. This breakup was important for Vriska. So what I wanted to talk about here is really interesting to me because at the very beginning of when we were introduced to Vriska and she was being manipulated by Doc Scratch, good old Uncle Scratch, there was this whole idea that, like, Vriska wanted to be good, but she kept being told that she couldn't, that there was no version of her that was good because Doc Scratch had this whole omniscience thing going, and he just kept reminding her that, like, even if she tried to quote-unquote be good, yeah, alive Vriska still acting like she was groomed by Doc Scratch, yeah, she couldn't be. Like, she was destined to not be. Like, it was never going to be that way. And we saw her, like, any attempts to change wouldn't work. And we see this Vriska, who was in a doomed timeline, or doomed decanonized timeline, however you want to talk about that. Not important. But she comes back and she sees an alive version that was brought back, and it was relevant, a version of herself that basically reaffirms that idea that she can't change. Even if that's not really what's happening here, but when you see somebody come over and get everything you want, like everything that you fought for and failed to achieve, and doesn't seem to be punished for it, really, the way that you were, and didn't have to change the way you did, I think that can really reaffirm some old trauma that Doc Scratch kind of built up in her, with the idea that, like, there's no point in trying to change because you really can't. Yeah. But there was a lot here. I can't be happy, I can't be loved, I can't be good, but I can be important. Yeah. While I don't know where this character arc is going, what I would ideally want to see, if we're just talking about storytelling... Yeah. In her experience, change means punishment, so now she sees the person who changed, and she does the punishing. Is the stream hiccuping? Somebody let me know if so. Ooh. I do have some drop frames. Wait. It is hiccuping for you a bit. Let me see if, like, I can go see if my wife is doing anything. But, okay, if it's fine now, then we'll just keep going like this. Okay, Insa. You have a good day. But there's a lot here to unpack. I'm sad to see all this happen. Whoa! Yo, Insa, thank you so much. Yo, Insa Dragon, thank you so much for the Prime sub. Oh my goodness. Thank you for offering up your Primes. I appreciate it. There's a really a lot of here to unpack. But ideally, storytelling-wise, what I would want to see, and that would make me happy, not from a, like, necessarily, like, that would feel appropriate, would be if this Vriska, dead Vriska, were to do what is quote-unquote right, despite not being relevant. Like, to contribute in some way despite, like, in the background, like, despite not being relevant. That would be really a really good fulfillment of her character. And then for this Vriska to do what needs to be done, but lose her relevance in the process, would be ideally what I would want to see. I don't know if that's going to happen or if Hussie has something else in plan, but that's just kind of my thoughts on the matter going forward from here. But this was a very painful conversation. I don't think Mina's a bad guy in this at all. And I think that Dead Vriska had a lot of issues to work through, and this honestly addresses them earlier than some of the others. Like, she clearly was very dependent on Mina. And we didn't really see that too much before, but they've been in a relationship for some time, it seems. But let's continue. Time to say goodbye, Mina. I just did. Let's just get out of here, okay? You got it. You've made the right choice, Pixies. Oh, the tears for both of them. Now let's go round up that army. Mina crying is what broke you, and oh, yeah, I know. Like, the... Oh, Mina. You're not bad, Mina. You're not bad. Let's try this choice thing again, one more time. This time with only 2 choices. Nice and easy. Hey, works like a charm. 2 sweet, simple choices for 2 sweet, simple kids. There you go. One last gluttonous chomp at free will pie before you all say goodbye. Don't say this website never did anything for you. Don't you dare. Mina's doing what's best for both herself and Vriska, but it hurt. Yeah. Yeah. How much longer was I wanting to go? I don't even know at this point. I don't even know. 300 pages seems like a lot, with a lot of conversation to do it, like, in, like, 2 hours. Probably could cover these conversations real quick. There you go. I've been looking forward to meeting you, dear. Oh, God, this is color hell. This is color hell. This is color hell. Let's see. You have? Who are you? I'm you, but most of you know me as John's Nana. Hoo-hoo! Oh yes, he told me about you. Gosh, pleased to meet you, Nana. I guess I should call you? So it's me. Calling you Jane might feel a bit strange, and also perhaps disrespectful. And why is that? It is my name, after all. Yes, but you are my senior by many decades, I gather. And you have had many more life experiences and wisdom, and you seem to be dressed as a clown? Not to disparage your fanciful attire, I quite like it. I just mean that you've been through more than I can imagine. I couldn't call you by my name. It would feel wrong and flippant to treat you like my equal. But really, Jane, the honor of meeting you is all mine. I've been looking forward to it so much since I learned of your existence. Ever since I spent that day one day helping John through his session, there haven't been many reasons for me to feel particularly worthwhile. Yes, I tended to him and his sister for several years, baked for them, and led a sympathetic ear when needed. But in a way, it's been a lonely life for me since my ashes fell on this silly old sprite. I've been a strictly auxiliary actor, there only to serve others, even during my greatest moments to shine. So when I heard of your version of myself, who was a true hero, so young, empowered, and set to embark on a life filled with consequential deeds, I was absolutely giddy. I knew that we had to meet. Oh my, you really feel that way about me? Yes, Jane, I do not mean to suggest that I regret the way my life has gone, of course. I lived a very humble life, as free of intrigue and adventure as possible, by choice. You see, I grew up in dangerous circumstances, and I knew how cruel the woman who raised me could be, and what she might do to me or the people I loved if I made waves or demonstrated my sense of defiance. So I lived simply. I started a family and operated a quiet joke shop, though I always knew trouble was brewing. They were the best years of my life. Yet I always had a little more knowledge than I ever let on, and used my understanding in subtle ways to help those to whom the torch would be passed in this great fight. But then I made the transition from knowing some things in life to knowing a great deal more in death. Being resurrected as a sprite endowed me with very deep knowledge of the game and its broader circumstances. I was in peak form, a true Harlequin wise woman, and there was nary a question I couldn't answer. And then the dear kids scratched the session and cast themselves into the unknown. I ventured with them, and so I too lost my bearing on the nature of what lay ahead. I went from my prime, a state of all understanding, to a state of absolute uncertainty. For the first time in as long as I could remember, I had no idea what to expect next. It was quite freeing in a way. I had a wonderful 3 years on that ship with those lovely children. I felt little of the challenges that were ahead. But when I did, my thoughts would always drift towards you, Jane. Thinking about you and this adventure you are about to begin, it made me feel like a child again. It gave me feelings I used to have for limitless potential of life before my stepmother snuffed them out of me, confronting me with the reality that life would have to take a considerably more limited shape if I were to survive. So when I look at you now, I see the potential I had as a child finally being realized. But in a much more special way than I would have ever imagined back then. It made me so proud to see a young, heroic woman ready to make a difference and forge her own destiny. I just wanted to tell you this before you go off to battle. Oh, geez, Nana, I don't know what to say. Thank you for those inspirational words. Oh, I think John was really lucky to have you as a sprite. Not to mention as a grandmother, of course. It's no wonder he appears to have this act together. Maybe I would have been better off if I had someone like you to advise me from the start of all this. Maybe I wouldn't have felt so lost. Oh, it's normal to feel lost, though, and believe me, needing to find your way in time will make you a lot wiser than having an old lady around to spoon-feed you all the answers. In any case, you have me now. I think it's been quite a long time since John has needed my guidance. The boy has grown up so much since he clobbered me with a joke book on that fateful day. From now on, I'd be pleased if you would consider me your sprite. Wow! Oh my goodness, yes please! In fact, I heard from the cat girl that you and she are up on healing duty in the spectacular fray coming up. It so happens that healing is my specialty, next to baking concerns, of course, and pranks. Why don't I assist? That would be great, too. Oh, Jane, and one more thing, just so you know. There are actually 2 of me! What? How did 2 go? How did 2 go? I don't understand. How did 2 go? How did 2 go? Nana Sprite times 2 combo. Hey, Nana has had quite a life that has led her to having this voice. You just want to point out that Jane, as the life player, has the most incarnations of herself still alive? Oh, I guess that's fair. She was on the planet and she was on the boat. Oh, yeah, you're right, though. Pre- and post-Retcon. We good. Are you about to get pied, Jane? Oh, also, you notice the name, it says Nana Sprite. Okay, times 2, not squared. Boom! Cap high! Yeah, that makes total sense. That's from pre and post. Boom. Plop. Well, that went well. Tavro Sprite, thank you for surreptitiously scooting away with me to my planet. I hope they don't think I'm too much of a soggy knickerbocker for ducking out of there without making the rounds and saying goodbye. I just needed to get away and clear my head, and I guess I might get my dander up for this great man fracas I'm supposed to sorely contend with, apparently. Say, Tavro Sprite, you'll help me out with this impending pugilism, won't you? Oh yeah, I'm definitely ready to bring the sick fire to those guys alleged to be inside an enchanted oven. Attaboy, Tavi! Oops, is it okay if I call you Tavi? Yes, I love it. Actually, wait, no, I think I won't. On second thought, Tavi sounds fucking stupid. Yeah, okay, probably. So we're agreed then. We wait here and limber up and flex our stupendous guns a bit, and then let's sail our haymakers once the circus trundles into town. I probably understood that remark and agree. So I just wonder if there's anything else for me to do aside from kiss my knuckles and lather them with elbow grease. Turn my 10 favorite boys out for a bracing constitutional, you know? No. Should I be soul-searching or straining my brain to have some sort of magnificent epiphany about myself? Is this it for me? Is this all that there is to be understood? Maybe there's only so much ragged wood a man can scrape from a barrel's basement. Maybe sometimes a fella's gotta fess up to the fact that all that there is to him's been firmly got already. I pretty much concluded that I'm a complete waste of everyone's time if I bother busying their lives with my brand of beeswax and buffoonery. I settled square on the determination that I need to just be alone for the rest of my life. And you know what? I'm perfectly okay with that idea. I'm just a lunkhead and a loner, and that's it. What else is there to wonder about myself and my future, except which face is most deserving of my fist? Oh my goodness. This is wild. You guys love my Tavros voice? Oh, good. I'm glad. Yeah, I know. Like people value and love Jake. I just want Jake to be a happy boy. Since you put everything that way, and since sometimes it's hard to disagree with a lot of consecutive words, I think I agree with you. Maybe you figured out everything about yourself that matters. That would be awesome. Let's both put extra effort into hoping it's true. That's the spirit. I love my aspect. It feels so empowering every time. I want to feel like something's real when tons of facts are missing. I really am a lucky son of a bitch, aren't I, Tavi? Shit, I meant Tavros Sprite. Blah. What a bad nickname. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's pretty much what the doctor ordered for old Jake English. No romantic stuff, no platonic stuff either. I'll be like Mr. Non-Rom Sansplat or Horse Noodles. There's gotta be terminology that effectively consolidates my present understanding of myself into a coherent identity that I can get enthusiastic about. Maybe the troll lingo has some answers. Or maybe I'm pioneering some sort of shadow quadrant system. Oh lordy, wouldn't that be a swift kick in the nether dumplings? What do you think, Tavi boy? Should I take my idea to the troll patent office and make the mint? I don't think we have a thing like that. Also, all of my people are extinct and my planet is badly exploded. Oh yeah. Oopsies. 2 pages talk about things. It's literally just a book. It's fine. But yeah, tragedy situations not in consideration, I sympathize entirely with your social impasse, causing not good reflections about yourself that may maybe also double as liberating stuff about you that you randomly decide is fine suddenly. Old acquaintances and guys you once called friends, those are very hard, because over time they get exposed too much to all my flaws and insecurities, and then they start liking me less because of that. At least that's how the truth feels in my brain. So I start thinking maybe that they can't be that important to me after all if I'm going to want to feel not sad about myself all the time. But then also, I really do enjoy making new friends. And even though I don't have many talents or battle skills or intelligence or discernible positive qualities, one thing I think I'm good at that people underestimate is making new friends who don't know my flaws yet. Yikes. Yikes. Tavros, that was a very dangerous line of thought right there. Yikes. You read Tavros in my Tavros voice now? Aw, yay! I'm glad I have put something into the world that is good. You know, I don't know if everybody remembers, but like the Jake voice took a while to get, and it was actually a lot of chat input to get it there, and now I really enjoy it. Make new friends, never keep them. That's your mentality. Apparently, congratulations, you are Tavros. Yeah. Cheese and crackers, Tavros. What an inspirational little spiel that was. Mayhaps you have more concealed talents than you let on. No, absolutely not, but thank you. Achoo. Tav Master, are you okay? Is that Jasper's, I'm guessing? Yeah, okay. I see your color down there. Tav Master, are you okay? Achoo. Heavens to Mugatoid Park Tavernu, what's the matter? Meow. Achoo. Speak to me, Lobster Tavioli. It's kind of funny. Meow. Achoo. Hey, Ricky Tiki Tavi, lay it on me, bro. What, do you need to go to a hospital or what? Holy God, Zookstuff, by shucks, holy lands. Meow. Ricky Tiki Tavi. Let's see. You just came back in Tavros making the best introduction ever made? Oh my god. Oh my god. Let's see. Oh, we're done. We're done here. We're donezo. We're donezy. This is probably fine. Oh, true. No, not you. Relax, my stimulating acquaintance. I have just the magic thing for you because I'm a magical being squared. Take the curative tablet. It will make those cat allergies slink away as if they saw a raccoon out the window. Oh, yes, thank you. Ah. Wow, worked like a charm. I love magic. I'm so glad it's real. Couldn't agree more. That pillow is a placebo, by the way. It was actually one of the buttons from my velvet pillow. Oh, thank you so much, Magic Sorcerer's Catwoman, for your ensorcelled curative placebo button. This is going to change my life. Yeah, I thought you wouldn't understand what that meant, and that button will continue to do the trick. I'm so pleased as usual to see that I was right, not that I was ever in doubt. Now, since that hideous brouhaha of spittle, mucus, and shouting has subsided, peace and quiet has revisited these hills, and I am free to do my work. It is the most important work that has ever been undertaken or even attempted in this gloomy session. You there, master of this land, tell me, where is your Colonel Sprite? Never mind, you don't know anything. I was only asking as a polite formality anyway, since it is right there in plain sight. Let's see. Shouldn't that have prototype Tavros? I guess pills don't count as alive. I don't even know. Or approaching alive. I don't even know. Further proof that his cat allergies were psychological. Tavros button sprite. Nep, please don't carry around Nep's head all creepy like. Jake, drum roll, please. Hold on. I'll go to him. Don't you dare actually play some drums. It was a figure of speech. Let's get a move on. Meow. Well, hello there, beautiful. Fret no more, sweet princess, for as long as I am here, you will never suffer such indignity again. How could anyone let such monstrous injustices happen to one so dear? What filth would dare to debase you in this manner? To say it was the marginalization of a bright and pure spirit, to say it was murder, this would be too flattering to the perpetrator. What happened to you was nothing less than the desecration of a masterpiece. My mystic kitty cat senses divine that you have been mistreated for a stretch of your life far preceding your demise. I detect that you may have been toyed with and disrespected by none other than the supreme puppeteer of unrepentant horseshit himself. Any who would dare claim a greater atrocity has been committed in some godforsaken furlough paradox space. Say it now and I will hissing, growling, curse your name. Yo, Nep is eternally happy. It's fine. Nep died. It's a cute smile. It's fine. Well, guys, it's fine. Smooch. You are gorgeous, dear sweet Nepeta. You deserve only happiness and fulfillment. And from this moment forward, I shall see to it that those things are the only things you will ever know. Yeet. Nepeta! Hi! Please don't fuse with Tavros Sprite. That would be the worst reality. Oh no. This is great technically, but... Achoo! Achoo! I need another magic pillow button. Yeah? Well, hello. Killed by Break Spider. Like, we just doing a thing. We just doing things. It's fine. It's just over here. I'm gonna guess that this will just continue forever. We might as well answer it. Let's go answer it. Bzz. Hey, anyone there? Yes, I'm here. Who's this? Hi, is this Joke that I'm speaking to? Yes. Jake, correct her, please. Jake, correct her, please. Hi, Joke. Nice to hear from you again. This is Vriska. Who? God damn it, never mind who. The really attractive and outspoken girl you just saw jump into a window a while ago. Remember? Oh, yeah. Hello again. What can I do for you? Glad you asked, buddy. You know, for a mostly inconsequential wimp, you're very polite and have a great attitude. Thanks, I try my best. Is Tavros there? Yes, he's sneezing a lot, though, probably due to the recently surging number of cat people in the vicinity. Would you like to speak to him? No! God, no, that would just be a waste of time on a lot of his pointless hemming and hawing. My business here is really simple. I just need to close one more significant loophole before you all start fighting. This is the final remaining task I've reserved for Tavros. He just doesn't know what it is, though, yet. So I'll need your help, Joke. Sure, what do you need? I need you to reach into your pocket. My pocket? I don't think I have any pockets. I'm just wearing a snug pair of underwear. No, your hoodie pocket. Oh, shit, these things have pockets? Good outfit design. Has lots of pockets. We're good. Okay, reaching into my pocket now. What the hell is this? How did this get in there? Don't worry about that. Just go ahead and throw it on the ground. Oh, no. Alrighty. No. No. How did you know? How did you know that this would work out the way that it worked? Oh, God, Vriska, you know. Alright, we're ready for a fusion, huh? Boop. Oh, this is so much worse. Wait, no. Wait, this is so much worse. Wait, this is not what I expected, actually. I expected Nepa to go for it. Why is GCat here? Did he take the bait? What? Did the cat pounce on the mouse? Oh, yes. Good. Now tell Kavros he has to grab the cat. It's mission critical. Okay. No! Don't prototype him with GCat. That's a terrible idea. He's technically maybe allergic to them. Hey, Davros Sprite. Achoo! The bossy troll girl says you need to apprehend this feline I have apparently summoned. She says it's really important. Achoo. Why? It's like part of the mission she was waiting to give you or something. Achoo! Yeah, okay, that makes sense, I guess. This is a terrible idea. This is a terrible idea. It's the GCat summoner Jane had? God, so long ago. Not even. That was actually not even that long ago. It just feels like it was long ago. Everything like post-Retcon, it feels like pre-Retcon was years ago. Vriska has a vast love for using god animals for prototyping. Oh god, I remember when I realized that Vriska... Because Vriska didn't even mean to do the Beck prototyping, I think, if I recall. But, like, I realized that it was still Vriska's fault, and I, like, died laughing. I think there's a clip of me, like, dying, like, laughing here. Did she mean to? Okay, I couldn't remember. How to create some kind of weird and elemental, combine someone with what they're allergic to. Internal nostril winds. Yeah. Whew, here we go. I also miss Beckrel. Yeah. Yeah, it was so she could have more glory when she beat him. God, that was so long ago. It was so long ago. Well, this is fine. This is terrible. G-Catros. Oh god, this is a hard. G-Catros Fright. Choo, choo, choo. Okay. Okay. Can you stop warping reality every time and like teleporting with the power of the green sun and all that jazz every time you do that? Okay. This is bad. Thank you, Vriska, for knocking that out. You have it uploaded to your Tumblr? Gotcha. Imagine prototyping GCat and Beck. Oh god, that'd be terrifying. Remember when Vriska helped Jack Noir rise to power? Yeah, when the comic was much simpler. Indeed. You still there? Yeah, what happened? I had to neutralize another wildcard threat in this session. Who the fuck knows what the first Guardian Cat would have done during your battle, or for that matter, to what extent it's still under the surface of the contest. Cats are pretty mysterious after all. I need to take it out of the picture. It's not even so that Tavros can participate, it's literally just to take GCat out. Wow. Wow. The best way to do that was to sweep it into the body of a person who's much more manageable and mentally suggestible. Davros can ride out this whole battle while sleeping peacefully now, which frankly is better for him, and a lot better for all of you now that you don't have to worry about another brainless, omnipotent critter scurrying around, wreaking havoc. You just have to make sure he doesn't wake up until the action's over. Same rules apply to him that apply to Jade. So he's like that permanently now, right? Yep, that's how prototyping works. I made sure he was never double prototyped over the course of the session for this exact reason. Sometimes it just takes a little patience and long-range planning to make sure that all the loose ends are tied up. RIP? Yeah, Jake looks very clueless. But doesn't that mean he's now allergic to himself? Is he? I don't know, man. I never really knew how bad his allergies were. You know what? Whatever. When this all over, I guess I'll have to deal with those little sneezing now and then. But he'll also have a bunch of totally sick godlike powers, so that's pretty cool, right? Look, kid, you're a little new to the extended scene of everything going on here, but there's been kind of a long history of people underappreciating how much shit I do for this guy that looks kind of bad, but it's actually in his best interest. He'll wake up, accomplish his acclimate to his new existence, and when the time comes, I'm sure he'll be thanking me later. I see him. When you put it that way, I guess you're right. Maybe old Tavi's actually pretty lucky to have a friend like you. There you go. See, Joke, you're a lot smarter than people give you credit for. Oh, well, that way to be manipulated into Vriska's bullshit, as usual. Yeah, Vriska really does look down on Tavros so badly. You feel like if Vriska knew Nepido was a sprite, she would have used her instead? I don't even know. I agree with that recursive. Lord English has not been the main antagonist. If anything, Caliborn is more antagonistic than Lord English. Let's see. Anyway, I can't stand around all day yakking about this. All in all, this was a really minor chore to take care of. I've got much bigger fish to fry out there in the ring. Give my best to everyone there, and good luck with the fight. While we're all over here, Vriska talks into Spider Ass. Let's see. You wouldn't separate the two? I would absolutely separate Lord English and Caliborn. Personally. But, like, Hick has been the main antagonist for Act 6? Maybe. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's fair. There are several antagonists in play. I do feel like Caliborn... There's a couple of struggles going on here, right? So there's Caliborn controlling the narrative, kind of. You have Lord English, who just kind of exists as a background, like lore almost. And then you have the Condess, who's, like, the active antagonist and everything. See. Okay, that little point of business is done. Thank you for bearing with me. Executing this whole strategy has really turned out to be a really ambitious project. Nice watch, Dealey. How much is that worth? How much? I have no idea. I guess it depends on a lot of things, like units of currency, the presumption of an actual market for it, its scarcity. Honestly, I just alchemized the thing quite easily, and someone else probably could too. God damn it, that answer was too complicated. Got a fucking professor of economics over here. Are you saying you want to buy my spider watch? Nah, sir. Spider swag ain't my kettle of fish. I didn't think so. Anyway, like I was saying, that takes care of that. At this point, I think we could use a debriefing. Would you care to do the honors? What? Regarding the mission you were previously involved with, which can only presume gradually fizzled out, securing this weapon, searching for a lost cherub, and raising an army to defeat Lord English. All right, man, that old thing. Yeah, I can debrief. I ain't much of a storyteller, though. Much to the lament of my former bestie. That's fine. I don't need you to dazzle me here. I just want the fucking scoop. That's why you're the top circ. Hey. What? Can I ask you a personal question? I mean, not even that personal, but whatever. Sure. How old are you? Almost 7.5 sweeps. Getting pretty close to 8. I probably sound like a fucking nerd, but I've been excited about reaching that milestone pretty much my whole life. 7.5, huh? I guess that's a little more respectable. More respectable than what? Nothing. Change the subject. That old ass mission. Ooh, interesting, though. 7.5 troll years is 16.25 human years. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't like that Mina's doing this comparison, though. Let's see. So yeah, we all piled into a damn pirate ship and sailed around the ring in this huge circle. English followed us and wrecked our shit as he went. That helped us chart a path to the treasure somehow, like we use in black maps and junk with like cartographic calculations and scopes and fucking sextants and whatnot. I'm not even sure how, but that weird ass idea actually worked. We found the treasure. Well, you did. And we were also kind of going nuts and driving everyone away from the crew. I stuck around though because I didn't give a flying glove. Arnea bailed though. She caught wind of that magic ring and I guess it got to her. The delusions of grandeur about her being alive again and doing relevant shit. So she ollied out, stole it, and make the most embarrassing mess of things I ever heard anyone of doing ever. She totally failed in whatever she was trying to do, got the ring ganked from her, then died again. I never saw or heard from her ever since, and to be honest, I don't really want to. That left just you and me, well, other you, trying to figure out what to do with this deadly box of treasure. Basically, we couldn't decide on anything, and we were feeling pretty flat on the plan overall. So we just gave up and wandered off to do other shit for a while. And you, I mean she, mellowed way the fuck out, which was actually sort of cool for a bit, but also sort of... Okay, never mind that. We just kept bubble hopping for a while, and I don't even know how long, which got really, boring after a while. I never had the thump tortoise to tell her, though. I mean, until now. In fact, I pretty much forgot about the whole plan until you just showed up. You made it sound pretty cool again, so I was like, yeah, I'm on board. And that's basically the whole story. Oh, yeah, and that lost chair part of the plan? As far as I can recall, it was a bogus red distraction fish, and she probably doesn't matter at all. Guess that's everything. A red herring? A red distraction fish? A red herring? Yeah, the age thing is definitely about the other Vriska dying at 13. Yeah. 100%. It's kind of a creepy... It's kind of an uncomfortable, like line of thing, like Mina comparing their ages and saying, like, I guess that's better than the other one. Like, Saying that what Lord English does isn't something that Caliborn does is some sort of weird and pointless. The reason why I don't view them the same is because Lord English literally is a composition of 4 souls, and as opposed to Caliborn's 1. That's the only reason why I view them as like fundamentally different. Like it just seems a little unreasonable for me to like look at something that's, and it's a pretty like useless distinction, but yeah. Though Caliborn, like, yeah. Again, in the history of things that don't actually matter as far as Homestuck arguments to go, though. Like, which happens a lot, I think, with Homestuck. Good recap. At least you both had the presence of mind to hang on to the weapon. Now it's up to us to use it. What about this army, though? It still sounds like an important part of the plan to me. Having just the 2 of us to walk straight up to Lord English, cold, gobble fiend, that sounds like a recipe for disaster, weapon or no weapon. An army of ghosts throwing everything they've got at him sounds like a great strategy, like a sort of buffer, giving us a little space to get ready to deploy the weapon when he seems vulnerable. Yeah, that makes sense. And the only thing we know about the weapon, though, at this point, right? Let's see. The only thing that we know about the weapon is that it can only be used as a weapon against Lord English. It has been used before. We saw that in the masterpiece, and that's when it flipped to being used against him. And there were some rumors that it might be the souls of heroes that had challenged him before, which, if we believe that's true, that it would summon them, which would be whatever the kids were, the original 4 kids of Homestuck that got sucked into it, presumably. But that was still just a rumor that Vriska heard, or RNA heard at the time. Let's see. Do you think we pick that up where we left off? Man, I don't know. That was one of the things that made us wonder if it was even worth bothering anymore. It was mostly this mind control stunt. Apparently RNA was towing most of the load there. Then she pieced the hell out, and we got owned. I see. Then yeah, this is gonna be a little trickier than I thought. Why don't we brainstorm on it for a while? Aight. Doop. 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 Got anything yet? Nope. Me neither. Well, fuck. Let's see. It's not a huge deal. We've got plenty of time to come up with something. There's no rule that says we even need an army. We just need a way of deploying the weapon that will maximize the probability it'll actually work. True. So we'll figure it out. So do you even know what the weapon does yet? Oh, this is the exact question I was asking before. This land is very pretty. I agree. Let's see. Not specifically. We only know that it's some sort of juju that will activate when it gets near to him. We won't have to do anything at that point, theoretically. The weapon should just take over. All we have to go on is a bunch of vague stories we heard along the way through some dream bubbles. Some presume it's something obvious, like a sort of charm that releases an extra powerful attack. Other sources allude to a more specific consequence, that the weapon actually contains the soul of some incredibly powerful warriors of legend who came close to beating him, so he trapped them inside the charm and banished it into the void. This is what she was talking about well before, like way back when. And if that's the case, then I guess the weapon just releases them so they can finish the job. Guess we'll find out. Should be exciting. Still, it's way too risky to try springing it on him without creating a major distraction first. Really, the Ghost Army idea sounded like the perfect approach. No wonder that was the original plan. Whose idea was that anyway? Yours. Yeah, I figured as much. There's gotta be another way to get that off the ground again. I guess we don't have my ancestors' advanced abilities anymore, but we could at least have mine to work with, right? If you say so. So between my mind powers and your, what was it you do again? I make fucking money, bitch. I see. Sorry for doubting you, Mina. That's, I'm sure that'll come real in handy. I saw you roll them eyes, Cirque. Hey, you ain't a ghost. You can't get away with that shit. Hey. What the hell? Let's see. Yeah, this is basically the point where I just, like, ignore chat. This is basically the point where I just ignore chat because, like, I've pieced out of this, like, Lord English debate, and I'm just reading the comic now. Like, I'm being real. I'm being real, guys. Let's see. Is that... Oh, is the army already prepared? Let's go. Well, I'm reading it. It's just like I have no desire to participate like in a conversation that does not befit like the format of Twitch chat super well. Especially when we got lots of comic left. Let's see. This is a very large army. Tavros? I don't know why I changed Vriska's voice there, but I love this. Let's go. What am I supposed to do? Fly around and befriend each one individually? Oh my god. Yo, Tavros, please. Oh my god. This is amazing. Tavros better than Vriska confirmed. Retcon Tavros, woo, let's go. Yes, that's me. Hi again, finally. Alive, Vriska. That seems like a different twist of events I didn't expect and don't understand, but it doesn't change much about my current accomplishment. What accomplishment? What are you doing here with all these ghosts? Is this a ghost army? It is indeed, and I'm to believe you're responsible for this? You can believe whatever you like. Believing, as always, is half the battle when it comes to making things marginally less fake. But the fact that I personally built this army myself is going to be a fact, whether you decide to believe in it or not. Bop! Bop! Tavros is bopping. Let's go. Oh my goodness. Oh bullshit, you must have help or something or use some kind of trick. Now tell me, Nitram, how'd this get done? Who was pulling the strings? Strings? Who is influencing the minds of all these ghosts? Or who's influencing the minds of all these ghosts? Me! Well, not presently, but I did before, and now here they are following me. You must be joking. You don't have any of those, you don't have those kinds of powers? I mean, unless ghosts are sort of like kind of animal. I mean, is that how this works? Are ghosts actually fucking animals? No. Vriska, trust me. There is no communion involved or escapades of the mind, only escapades of the heart. What sort of hideous, fuck-witted baloney drivel are you spouting off your prattle socket this time? What I mean is, I convinced them all to join me, Vriska, using words and smiles and friendship. No. No? No! But have you considered? Yes. No! This can't be. I don't see how. Do you know what this means? Do you know what this fucking means? Maybe? It means you actually did something useful for once. Yes, there we go. His character arc being finished right here. I'm so proud of Tavros. He built up his confidence. Yes, let's go. Tavros taking June's friendship strengthening and multiplying it by 100,000. Let's go. This is a great power for the Page of Breath. Let's fucking go. Let's see. I don't know how I'm even supposed to process or handle this information. It's completely messed up. It's what it is. My entire worldview is shattering around me. It can't be true. It can't. Somebody slap me. I need to wake up from this horse shit. All right, but don't you touch me. Mina, is this real? Tell me I'm not going insane. Please confirm for me that Tavros has, for once in his preposterous life or death, or whatever it has, at least momentarily stopped being a total useless sack of shit. It's fucked up but true. God damn it. Fuck this. I can't accept this reality. Nope. No way. Won't do it. No, 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 no. Oh, but maybe more like yes, 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 yes. Ah! Tavros should have slapped her anyway. Yeah, Tavros invalidates Vriska's entire worldview in one action. No, even more importantly, through the hard work of a series of actions. A series of actions. Oh my goodness. This is amazing. Oh yeah, bitches. Or failing that, something less discourteous to women to call you both. I bet you never saw it coming from your once dear and loyal swabby that your poop master would come through. That he too would enjoy a successful and gratifying arc of personal development. Oh, it feels good to do a conclusive thing that absolutely, beyond all question, retroactively vindicates me as a person and erases all of my flaws. How's that feel, you charismatic and cunning unpleasant lady? You like that, you winner? Do you like how, figuratively speaking, I just siphoned the urine out of the idea that you're all that and I'm all shad? Do you like getting owned? Because maybe that's what you're currently getting now. Own. So might I invite you to suck it. Tavros is going a bit wild, guys. Tavros is going a little bit wild, guys. Oh my god. Suck it. The Tavros finally did something useful. Charleston. Oh my god. Tavros. The Tavros gets to have a successful character arc shuffle. Yo, look at this. Look at this animation. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. You just think Homestuck forgot how to show and not tell? Homestuck does assume not tell or tell not show. Like Homestuck is very odd in some of those regards. Oh my goodness. The Tavros tells Vriska to go suck at Cabbage Patch. Let's go. Yo, this is actually the best part of this entire comic right here. This is the best part of this comic right here. Just like Tavros over here dancing. We are all Tavros stans. Let's go. It is beautiful. Oh my god. Tavros. The Tavros is feeling pretty pleased with himself as all of a sudden, air guitar. Let's go. Tavros! Okay. You win. You did something great and it was a big help. So thanks for that. I mean that seriously. Could you please just never dance again? Like ever? That's all I ask. Yes, it's a deal. Awesome. Okay, now we have a ghost army assembled, the weapon in hand, and settled for the determination that the lost child probably doesn't matter at all. I think it's time to make a plan. Hold up, something doesn't feel right about this. What? This army. Who in the flips is in charge of this jam? In charge? Please don't tell me it's the dancing weenie poop boy. I don't think he's technically in charge. He just motivated them all to join the fight through the power of friendship. Yes, exactly. Yeah, but an army's got to follow orders. Otherwise, it ain't an army. It's a bunch of assholes who all happen to be standing in the roughly the same vicinity. I see your point. What are you suggesting? I should rule the army. Rule? Don't you mean like be general of it? I think that's usually how it works. Shall no, glubfucker. I should rule these sons of fishes. It's in my blood, and I fucking wanna, and I probably won't take no for a clamser. Hey, that sounds fine to me. A little discipline applied to this swarm of dead idiots isn't going to double kill them. I'm just not sure how feasible it is. Tavros is the one who rounded them all up, so I assume they're all currently listening to him when it comes to marching orders. I see how it is. Hey, you, Swabby. Yes? I hereby challenge you for leadership of this army. Mina, can you calm down, Mina, please? Can you calm down, please? Mina, please. Oh my god. Hussie is very aware every time he does some weird pace destroying or telling, not showing or whatever, it's all on purpose and part of the unorthodox reading experience that is Homestuck. Homestuck is so weird that, like, people will take writing flaws and attribute it to just it being above all media. Like, it's self-aware enough that, like, it gets around its own shortcomings by people just accepting it and saying that it's Homestuck. Which is fine, and it's actually a very impressive feat, but I don't actually buy it. Like, Like, I think it works in its favor, and it's enjoyable in its own right, but, like, it's definitely something that is very uniquely meant to, like, it's very uniquely captured. Yeah, Homestuck is very self-aware. Absolutely. Let's see. What? I don't know why I went what for Tavros there. Like, what? Tavros suddenly changed his entire accent. Get your fucking dupes up, poopa pansy. Whoa, no. Oh, no. Let's not do that. Yes, let's. It'll be Finn. Finn? Fun, you ass. Now hit me with your seaweed-sucking sandal stuffer. But I think it's a good idea that you lead the army. I don't even contest that at all. Hey, man, why everyone gotta leave all the... always gotta do shit the boring way? I'll just let everyone know you're the new leader, okay? How is this? I'll buy them off of you. Just name your price. I got lots of gold. Do I look fucking poor to you? Now, tell me I look poor. I glub and dare you. No, I believe you. I think you are probably very wealthy. Then tell me how much gold I need to unload to make this shit happen. But I don't want gold. Firstly, I really doubt it even has much intrinsic value in this context, because we aren't even on a planet whereby such ores are scarce. We are just in an abstract field of fleeting illusions. And there's surely no market of exchange anywhere that would help dictate the fluctuating price of such a commodity, or even any momentary basis of comparison for that price, if it actually existed. Why is it always got to be a fucking economist all of this shitting sudden? Why is everyone? Okay, gotcha. Pedantic motherfuckers don't know gold equal riches, period. It doesn't have to be an argument about gold or economies or anything else. I said it's a good idea for you to lead us. I like the idea. All right, fine. Just go ahead and be nice about it. What do I care about? I fully recognize through customary traditions of normal culture that you are the one who is most fit to rule. And while I may excel at friendship temporarily, I don't have the leadership things of being harsh and bossy, but those are leadership things that you have probably because of your blood. So starting now, I completely defer and prostrate to my new empress. This chat really goes on tangents separate from what's going on in the comic, doesn't it? It does. To be fair though, I kind of started that one. So I don't feel bad about it. like I'm not hurt by it because I kind of started that one, I feel like. I also like Tavros giving the army up. And also, Empress meaning let's go. Let's go. The fact that through repetition and lampshading it specifically justifies those issues is in... Yeah. That's kind of fair, Squiddo. Like, it's actually to Homestuck's credit. Like I said, but it's actually to Homestuck's credit that it makes it work for it. Like, honestly, I'm very impressed by Homestuck and Hussie's ability to make that word. Whoa. What the fuck? Your Majesty! I exist only to do your bidding suddenly. Tavros, would you get the fuck up? No, don't. Stay down there. Exactly like that. Of course, Your Highness. I think I like this. I think I really like the whole glubbing lot. This feels right, yo. Oh no, don't step on Tavros. Oh no. Yeah, good. Excellent work, Swabby-in-Chief. I hereby promote y'all from Poop Master to Poop Lord. Wow. You earned it. Now turn that way. I want to address my legion of loyal homies. Yes, my liege. My liege. Yo, Vriska, you feel relevant now? Listen up, boys and girls. It ain't much for inspirational speeches, but here goes one in M&A, so whatever, and listen the fuck up. Your friendly sandal-packing poop lord just flipped the keys to this bitch over to me, and so as all y'all's former heiress and current empress, I hereby officially decree, I'm the boss now. You gotta do what I say. Follow my orders to the letter, not just because all of you ghosts are at stake and existence itself depends on it, but because I'm the bomb. And all the shit I say is cool and right. Mostly, you gotta get some good fighting skills or some powers or some shit. God tier ghosts, I'm looking at you. I don't know what y'all can do all in them PJs and whatever, but it's better that you fucking bring it. The rest of you without powers, even like modest combat ability, just, I don't know, throw your damn torso at the guy. For real, every individual flailing and screaming body is gonna count for something in this goddamn mess. See, we got a legend. A nasty one, some legends say. Don't ask me to quote the legend, because I don't read up on no goddamn legends. People just tell me the shit But we got this idea that if you set him up and we'll knock him down, and I trust I don't gotta say who we up against here. You know the guy. The Hulk-ass pimp devil who's been shredding all of our black space, popping all of our bubbles, murdering innocent space octopi, double killing our ghosts, which to be fair, there were way too many of in the first damn place, but let's not dwell much on that dumb fact. It's Lord Muscle Guy, a huge, professional wrestler with suspenders and the head of a skeleton. The fucking time boss who wiped out Trollkind one way or another. And I think he's after his sis, but she's on record as not mattering, so who cares? He will never stop until he finds her, so we gotta stop him to save space and reality and infinity trillion cosmic frogs or some absurd stuff along those lines. But we have to stop him most importantly because it's just a badass thing to do. And I promise you, as your supreme ruler for Afterlife, that this will be a baller use of our time and beats the shit out of being bored and doing nothing forever. So I ask you, as humbly as I can while taking into consideration I'm the best one here by approximately 20k leagues or so, who's with me? The answer is all of you. You all are, because I command it. But it's school, I know you can do it, because I believe in every last one of you. And also, you have to, because if you don't, I'll feed you to Lord Kingfish myself. Who? Yo, Mina's got that Empress speech power down. I'm glad. Who? Loyal homies. Why is everything always so wonderful? Better be careful. You can't fall in love with her, Vriska. Or some other more relevant Vriska is gonna come and beat the shit out of you. It's both the best and the worst inspirational speech. I love it so much. Does this go on to another section? It does. This is a good stopping point. I'm okay with that. I imagine we have, a couple of hours left of the comic. Probably won't get it done in, another, Yeah. It's 4:04? Do you want me to just, hang out for 8 minutes?